I feel like that would be a good place for him to start. If Kevan is listening to our recap, it might be a good place to start just being like...
Ice cream or getting hit over the head with a paddle.
Yeah, but like, yeah, okay.
Like, well...
I'm really pulled to both of them.
Is it a soft paddle? Did I deserve it?
Dear Shandy. Welcome back to your brand new Dear Shandy Love is Blind recap, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. We're back.
We are. Season 10.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
U.S.A. U.S.A.
That's Borat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So season 10, I gotta say, I feel a difference. Love is Blind season 10 versus when we started. I think we started with season 4.
Yeah.
There is a self-awareness to the people on this show that was not there before.
Yeah, yeah.
And not necessarily in a good way.
No. It used to be that getting married was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like, okay, you're the only one left. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. Let's get more TV.
Now it feels like I didn't come here to only make it to the pods. I want to get to the next level. I want to go to Cabo. I want to be on TV more. So, you'll do. Yeah. It's like musical chairs, kind of. But nonetheless, we're going to recap this sincerely, Andy.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a sincere recap.
A sincere recap. Okay, so we're in Ohio, Andy. Yeah. Ohio in the house, as someone says.
Ohio, the only state with a non-rectangular state flag.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only one. They had to be different. Thought they were special.
What shape is it?
It's kind of like the shape of a bird's tail or a snake's tongue.
Really?
Like a forked. Yeah, it's like, it's like, I don't know what you call that, where it's like take a rectangle.
It tapers.
It tapers to like a forked tongue, like a.
Oh, it goes like this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really specific.
It was, yeah. But that's what it does. They're the only one.
Okay, yeah, Ohio.
Only one.
I would also think possibly the only Love is Blind season where it's just the whole state.
The whole state, yeah. They couldn't, Cincy wasn't good enough. Columbus, not good enough.
Is that, you think that's what it was?
Akron.
None of these.
They weren't all cutting it, so they had to go the whole state. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if, maybe it's just the number of people in those cities.
Have you ever been to Ohio, Andy?
I once passed through.
Oh.
Cincinnati.
Okay.
Also, by the way, the first baseball team was from Cincinnati.
First
Cincinnati
ever?
Reds. First Major League Baseball team, Cincinnati Reds.
Okay.
Also, Ohio, first street light.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, did you happen to know all this or did you?
I know about a lot of things.
Okay.
A lot of knowledge.
Are you going to ask if I've ever been to Ohio?
Have you been to Ohio?
I have once.
Really?
To adopt Ruby, our dog.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. The only time ever.
Wow.
Okay.
We really should honor Ohio.
We should.
Ruby's a proud Ohioan.
Apparently a lot of poodles and poodle mixes come from Ohio. There's overbreeding there.
So they're known for that too.
Okay, so Andy, we're going to stick with our tradition of doing one couple at a time for the sake of organization. So if you're new to Dear Shandy, how this will work is we'll talk about one couple beginning to end, and this recap is for all of the, not only the pods and Mexico, and in this case, some of Malibu, kind of. So it's the first 6 episodes, the first drop. So if you have not yet seen the whole entire drop, you might want to put a pin in this and circle back, or you can just listen to the first chunk of each couple if you don't want to be spoiled. But basically down in the timestamps below, I will put where each new couple begins. So, just to keep it organized, because otherwise the pods of this show are just chaos in the note-taking department.
Yeah, it's tough. You do a good job.
Thank you, husband. Okay, so we're going to start off today with Christine and Vic. As I would call them, our drama-free couple. Probably.
Or Vistine.
Crick. Vistine works better. So I would put these two in the camp of most likely will work out. They're a religious couple.
Yeah, always good.
We always get one religious couple.
Yeah, that always helps.
They're bonded through God.
Through faith.
Through faith.
The faith in the unknown. Pure faith.
Do you think it's the unknown for them?
Well, it is inherently unknown.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason it's called faith
It's true.
It's because you're just like, I have faith. I don't know what's going on.
It's
but
true.
I want to have faith because I choose to have faith.
You are 100% right. So Vic is from Brooklyn originally. He's a university professor in public policy. Christine, she's a speech language pathologist who calls the Super Bowl house her fairy tale ending. He says, "Are you a Christian?" You loved that.
Good segue.
That might have been editing, but yeah, it was funny. Okay, so later on, he surprises her with a candlelit dinner. They've both gotten misdemeanors for having weed.
Oh, not very Christian of them.
Naughty background. Oh, you're not allowed to smoke pot?
I don't think it's in the Bible. I don't think they really have a subsection of illegal narcotics.
Yeah.
But back then, if you found pot, you smoked it. It would be encouraged. Yeah, because why not?
I mean, it's from nature.
Yeah, it's nature. You're just imbibing on nature's bounty.
Yeah, that's right. Damn it.
I mean, a lot of the stuff those people did in the Bible, you'd think they might have been high. A lot of high behavior.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
She opens up about her mother. She experienced terrible things in her life and paid forward that trauma to her kids and grandkids. Her mother's not healed. It feels like that's foreshadowing. I feel like we'll get to know her mother. She'd love for her mother to do therapy, but she just won't. That's an interesting argument when someone's like, I'm near the end of my life. I have 4 to 5 years left. First of all, how do you know if you have 4 to 5 years left? I mean, unless you know that you have 4 to 5 years left. But I didn't get the impression that her mother actually knew that.
Yeah, I feel like that was news to her.
Yeah.
She's like watching the show. She's like, oh, whoa. Like, why am I the last one to find out about that?
Yeah, and she's like, I don't need to bring up all that stuff. I think that's an interesting perspective.
And her mom's like, no, let's bring it up because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I feel great.
Her father wasn't great either. He was pulled over for swerving once when she was just a little girl, and he gave her a pill bottle to hide.
Oh, God.
He also has some childhood stuff. His stepfather had an alcohol problem. He witnessed some physical abuse in the house. But they've sort of come out on top, these two. I mean, you know what? These are people who you can tell that faith has served a really solid purpose in their lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
grounded them.
Yes.
Yeah, giving them that North Star.
The North Star, 100%. Just this sense of knowing or not knowing, I guess. Yeah. And I just think it's very powerful for some people. And I think that it can be a beautiful thing.
I've always said, I wish I had faith.
Me too.
I wish.
I also wish.
When I see faithful people, I feel angry. I'm jealous. I want what they have.
Yeah. But
Give
it can't.
to
It's
me.
too late for you.
I just break into a church and I say, give it to me. Give me what you have. Everything right here in the basket. No talking. Give me all your faith.
It is funny how that faith often does translate to monetary.
Well, yeah.
donations.
Well, one of the biggest things about faith is giving money to the church. One of the biggest things that is given money to in this country.
It's true.
So that's a lot of faith too.
Seriously. Some people have gotten very rich off other people's faith.
I'd like to be on the other side of that faith as well.
Vic reads off things he has written about Christine. I got to say, this was very moving. So specific.
Yeah.
It really feels like he's like noticed her. And he always says like, I see you without seeing you. These two feel made for each other. We get a montage of her sharing that she was in a really bad car accident. It actually broke her back.
Yikes.
Their exes have run the gamut in terms of looks and culture. They say, I love you to each other. I mean, it's beautiful. The one thing I'll say about these two is it does feel a little humorless.
Yeah.
It's just serious.
Very serious. It feels like they're at church.
Yes. I don't know if I saw one laugh. And Vic, as you pointed out, Andy, is very...
One note?
One note. You said one gear.
One gear, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got one... not even close to two.
Yeah.
It's one gear.
One very sedated seeming gear.
Yeah. Like if you were, hanging out one day and you saw aliens land.
Yeah.
Like you're just standing in a field and having a picnic and aliens landed near you.
Yeah.
Vic would have the same reaction as if you just asked him what he thought, how the weather was.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same energy level.
Yeah, I can see that being like a good solid foundation, like a good rock. If you need stability, you need calm in your life. But for someone like me, I would I need a little.
I don't want that.
I like expressiveness. I like excitement. But he's very chill, very steady. He proposes to her. She says yes, and then in the reveal, I wrote, "It's so anticlimactic that the cliffhanger is actually Alyssa being rushed to the hospital. So this is at the end of episode 1, and you would think the cliffhanger would be their reveal.
Yeah.
But it's not. That's how anticlimactic it is. We have to talk about Alyssa being rushed to the hospital because she put nail glue in her eye thinking it was eye drops.
What the hell is wrong with her?
Oh my God.
Why would you, how could that? I like check the expiration date on a Kind bar before I eat it.
It's true.
She didn't even make sure it was something that goes in your eye.
I know.
Of all the body parts, when you put something in it, the eye is the one you're most careful of.
And this
all other body parts, I'm less careful.
Yeah.
Anything, ear, mouth, butthole, nose, I show less concern.
Yes. No, and this is coming from someone who, for most of your life, you've been pretty blind.
Yeah.
Until this past year when you got eye surgery. Congratulations. And he's rolling his eyes at me. But all I'm saying is that you are qualified to talk about this.
Oh, thanks.
You have struggled with all sorts of drops.
So you have to have had eye trouble and surgery to know that you're not supposed to put glue in your eye?
Okay, all I'm saying is that it's easy for someone like me to say who's never had to like stumble around a bathroom looking for my eye product. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, you have. So you know... You've been there.
Yeah. And you're saying that you would be more likely to put glue in your eye than me?
No, I'm saying I'm never in that situation because I can see without products.
Right. But even so, before you put something in your eye, you'd make sure that was a thing that goes in your eye, right?
I mean, I think so. But I don't, this is adding insult to injury. I mean, she was rushed to the hospital.
No, I know, but she's okay. If she wasn't okay, I wouldn't be making jokes about it. But she deserves to be, I mean, this is...
Can you imagine the things they see there? Like it was someone's job to flush her eye out with water.
Unbelievable.
The stuff they see. Oh my God. Okay, so now they're in Christine and Vic's reveal. They both seem very pleased. He says he was going to love whatever came through those doors. It doesn't matter what she looks like. He says that to her face.
Yeah.
And I was like, but?
Yeah. So.
I thought it was funny. It was clearly meant as a compliment.
What the hell
but
was that?
It was, I think it needed a butt afterwards.
100%
it doesn't matter what
needed
you
a
look
butt.
like.
Needed a couple butts.
And then finally, these two, instead of going to Cabo, along with all the other couples, they go to Malibu. Which was interesting.
So one of them got kicked out of Mexico?
I think it's a passport thing.
Either they don't have a passport.
Yeah.
One of them doesn't have a passport.
Yeah, but that's pretty rare. I mean, when you go on these shows, you have to...
You have to have a passport. I mean, they must check for that.
It's been many years, but when I went on The Bachelor, everyone had to get... There were a couple of people who had never left the States, but they got passports to go on The Bachelor.
Right. Well, there's two possibilities. One is they're not allowed... One of them is not allowed to leave the States.
Yeah.
Or one of them is not allowed to be in Mexico.
Yeah.
Other than that, why would they? I mean, they literally have to pay for 2 separate hotels now.
Yeah, and I gotta say,
2 different sets.
I gotta say, we saw basically nothing of them, and I understand it's because they're probably really solid, but still, I feel like that is going to be a sacrifice here with these two. I feel like we would have seen at least a couple of nice scenes with them if they had been in Cabo.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andy, do we have our prediction for these two? Do we think they're going to work out? We're going to do 1, 2, 3, yay or nay. Okay? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, yay. Yes. I mean, what could go wrong here? We just don't know anything, to be honest. The fact that we didn't see anything from them in Malibu, okay, a couple of shots, but really almost nothing. I'm like, okay, that's because it's so peaceful. Mm. Okay, so next up, Andy, we have Amber and Jordan. So Jordan, he's 33, an account executive. He says the biggest misconception about him is that he's a big oaf.
What's wrong with being a big oaf?
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see how that would be a misconception about him. And I love even the way he delivered this. He's like, yeah, people think I'm a big oaf.
I like him.
I really like Jordan. Okay, so Amber, she's a nurse. They bond over being foodies. She has a 7-year-old daughter, and they talk about money. She mentions money having been so tight that she couldn't afford Christmas presents for her daughter. It sounds like that really gave her perspective on like what's important. Later on in his confessional, he admits that originally a woman having a kid would have been a deal breaker for him, but now he's actually excited about it. I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah.
And also kudos to him for like allowing his mind to be changed, because I think there are men out there who are like, oh, you have a kid.
That's it.
Nope, not happening. He asks about type. She says all her exes look different. And she opens up about being made fun of in high school. She was nerdy. She doesn't give a shit now. I do feel like these two have overcome a lot. They have a certain kind of character to them, together and individually. Barnacle. We love barnacles on our reality contestants, Andy. He opens up about struggling with learning, a teacher calling him a stupid kid. In a later scene, Jordan makes chocolate chip cookies for her and she shares them in the women's quarters, making her very popular. I gotta say, if a guy did that for me in that setting, I'd be like, yeah, my guy made those. Yes. Although I have to point out when he baked them, it looked like he put the eggs straight into all the ingredients, including the dry ingredients.
Yeah. That's bad news.
I mean, but everyone raved about how delicious they are. So maybe I've been making chocolate chip cookies incorrectly.
Wait, I was thinking from germs perspective.
Oh, no, usually what you do is you mix the wet ingredients together and the dry ingredients together, and then you fold them in together. But in this case, he was like, there was flour and stuff in the bowl, and he was just putting the eggs right in it.
Oh, well, I trust him. He's a chef.
I trust him too. That's how much I trust Jordan in the kitchen, is I'm like, I must have been making my cookies wrong.
The guy loves cooking and eating.
Yeah, and eating. He's eating in every scene. Okay, finally, Jordan proposes. Amber says yes, and in the reveal, he does a lot of talking. She just seems to smile. He's very into her looks. He keeps telling her how beautiful she is, and he gives her, he's like, oh, I want to give you what I read to you yesterday, like what he had said when he proposed. He says, I want you to keep it. And she says, thank you. And he says, you're so welcome. For some reason, we thought this was hilarious. Do you think that she was into his looks, Andy?
I think she was fine.
I didn't think she was at first, but I think he really grew on her.
I think she likes him.
Yeah.
And she's fine with his looks.
I think actually, as they spend time together in Cabo, she really just...
Yeah.
Like in that scene where she's shaving his back.
Oof. Wow.
I thought that was really sweet.
X Games. Yeah, it's really sweet.
What do you mean X Games?
No, I mean, it's intense.
You're saying it's advanced.
Yeah, it's a lot to do.
You know, I think that there are two types of women. One is, I guess, like Amber's department. Also, I would fall in this category where that would just not gross me out. If I liked the guy, then I'd be like, yeah, you want me to shave your back? I don't care. But I do think that there is also a type of woman who's like, ew.
Yeah. No. I just think it's very intimate. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's extremely intimate for that early in a relationship.
Noticeably intimate. And that's why I have.
It's a good sign.
I think it's a great sign.
Very good sign.
Also, they seemed to have sex with his CPAP on.
It's amazing. Or at least at the beginning. You may have forgotten about it.
Yeah. Okay, so Andy, that's it for these two. There is absolutely no drama between them at either party. She seems to, really just love who he is as a person. He is super into her to the point where when they're at group parties, he's like, yeah, can we just hang out together?
Oh.
I like them together. Okay, so our prediction, 1, 2, 3, yay. I mean, I hope so. I like these two.
If you've got a wardrobe problem to solve, look no further than Revolve.
I think your last Revolve jingle also rhymed Revolve with solve, Andy.
What else am I supposed to do?
I know, there's no other words. But that was a great jingle. And you're right, a wardrobe problem that needs solving. Is there a better website you could go to than Revolve? It should be your first stop. You need a new gown for like a black tie event or a formal wedding? Revolve. You need pajamas, you need hair accessories, or maybe a new pair of boots? Revolve. You need a sundress? Revolve. It goes on and on and on. I mean,
they have socks?
We're talking 1,200 brands, 100,000 products site-wide. And you can also search based on event, or what I like to do is like knit dress or like jumpsuit, like things that I know I generally am drawn to. I put plaid in a lot.
Oh yeah, you love that.
Sometimes I'll put in cape.
You're so excited about shopping on Revolve. I can see it in your face.
Well, you know, with Revolve, it's always new. They have new arrivals daily.
And don't forget, they have inclusive sizing with options from extra, extra small to 4X.
So whether it's a weekend away, a big night out, or just a much needed wardrobe refresh,
your dream wardrobe is just one click away.
Head to revolve.com/Shandy, click my edit, and get 15% off your first order with code Shandy.
Fast 2-day shipping and easy returns. It's literally the only place you need to shop from.
That's revolve.com/Shandy to shop my favorites and get 15% off your first order with code Shandy.
Offer ends February 26th, so happy shopping. So Sharleen, it's February, and we all know this is the month where resolutions go bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And what better way to stick to your resolutions than with Rula?
Yes, with a therapist that you find through Rula.
That holds you accountable.
Yes, and who you can vent to and really work on yourself with.
For less money than it would cost maybe elsewhere.
Yes. So Rula is a magnificent platform. Honestly, it's like online shopping for a therapist. I love it.
Yeah.
So you search based on what you're going through, like what you're working on, maybe a life transition, maybe you're looking for some couples therapy, maybe you've gone through some rocky times. Then you can even like get really specific about filters of the type of therapist you want, like in terms of a human being who you would feel comfortable opening up to. And then they show you all these recommendations, and they even have like a top 3 selection for you at the top who they think you would like best. And the best part about Rula of all is that they partner with many, many, many health insurance plans. So the average copay on Rula, I kid you not, for one session is $15.
Use your health insurance for a thing that's actually all about you.
Oh, and let's be
honest. Your mind dictates your body.
Yes, they're connected. I do think mental care is health care.
Your brain controls everything.
Yes.
Everything. Or does it?
Okay. So this year, make one change you can actually stick with.
Visit rula.com/Shandy to get started.
That's RULA.com/Shandy. Mental health care that's actually built to last. Okay, so moving on, Andy, to Ashely and Alex. So he is 30. He's a soccer coach. He confesses that normally he writes women off based on their looks. Mm-hmm. He's honest.
Yeah.
She is 33, a claims supervisor. They talk about spooning. She says men low-key love being spooned. And then I asked Andy, I said, Andy, is that true? Do men like being spooned? And you said, yes, they do.
It was very rare. Men rarely get spooned.
Yeah, they usually do the spooning.
Sometimes they get spooned by people they don't want to get spooned by. It's usually when they get spooned.
Oh, that has happened to you.
Because my opinion is when a woman spoons a man, it's kind of because she feels like she's not getting enough from him. Because I feel like spooning is generally the man's the big spoon. That's the standard spoon position.
That's the standard,
in a heterosexual situation.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that when a woman's spooning, it's very nice if it's a mutual
Should I be spooning you more? I feel like I've just been being spooned.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is men spoon. Men are the big spoon, women are the small spoon. Sometimes women are the big spoon, but oftentimes when women are the big spoon, the man is not into spooning. Oh. So it's a sad situation. So it's rare that the woman is a big spoon and both are into spooning at that moment.
Oh, God. So you have been spooned and didn't want to be spooned.
Yeah. The times in my memory where I can think of being a small spoon, I was hoping for the spooning to end soon. Oh, no. And that's sad.
Yeah.
But I do like being the small spoon.
Oh, I'm going to spoon you more.
Thank you.
We have
I'm sad
Ashely.
It had to come to this.
We have Ashely to thank for us having this conversation. I mean, we've been together for 11 years, and this is the first time we're talking about this. So thank you, Ashely. You know, I have to point something out about Ashely, and I think this will be a recurring theme for me with Ashely specifically. Mm-hmm. This is a woman who is in her feminine.
Yeah.
This is a woman who wields being a woman.
Yeah. No mincing about.
You know how there's a lot now about like, oh, I'm too in my masculine. I'm trying to be more in my feminine, that sort of thing. She's a masterclass of being in your feminine. Yeah. She is so like, she has this nurturing, like gentle, so like even the way she speaks, there's a lilt to her speaking. Even this, she's like, no, men low-key love being spooned. It's like she's observed this. She's observed how to be a woman to a man. Yeah. In a later scene, he reveals why he stopped playing soccer. He had 4 surgeries. He did get drafted 23rd overall. I don't know what that means, but it sounds impressive.
Drafting is when a professional team goes out to like either colleges or just wherever.
Yeah, I know what drafting is, but what 23rd means he was just like 23rd most desirable out of all the people.
The rounds of drafting.
Okay.
So there's first round is the best.
Okay,
then they go second round and then third and fourth.
Okay, so 23rd round.
I mean,
that sounds a little less impressive.
It's not amazing. But all drafting is good. If you get drafted in any round, you're an amazing athlete. Yeah. But 23rd is not amazing.
It sounds like he was let down. I mean, he was injured.
Yeah, but there are great, I mean, I think like Michael Jordan was drafted like way down.
Really?
I think he was not even in the top 10.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, Andy, you said, I feel like
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That just sounded like something that's true, right? It just sounds true.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah,
Michael Jordan draft.
I want to know. Now I want to know.
So how do I look that up? Michael Jordan draft.
What round was Michael Jordan drafted in?
Okay. Isn't that crazy that we can just ask Google stuff now?
It's great.
Do we like that?
It was one of the things I hate most in life is not remembering or knowing things that I want to know.
Yeah.
And Google has prevented me from ever having angst regarding that.
Oh, Andy, no, Michael Jordan was drafted in the first round. and as the 3rd overall pick by the Chicago Bulls in the 1984 NBA draft.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the 3rd pick. Close enough. I'll take the win.
It's a low bar for winning.
Yeah, I picked the wrong guy to tangle with.
Okay, Andy, here you said, I feel like part of being a pro athlete is just being good at not getting injured.
Absolutely.
How many people have we seen on reality TV alone, on Love is Blind alone, who was like potentially going to be a pro whatever player?
It's maybe the most important thing. If you are very good at a sport, there are a lot of other people who are very good at that sport.
Yes.
It's a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
It's the ones who can keep play, 100 games a year, 10 years in a row.
Yeah.
And never get injured. That's the value.
Yeah.
And that's what teams look for. Because if you give a guy a $30 million contract and he gets injured in the first week, what good is that?
So does he still get paid?
Not really. He gets paid, I think, the first year.
Okay.
I don't know. There's terms. There's all sorts of terms. But you do lose a lot of money if a guy gets injured and you give him a huge contract.
I mean, it's part of their job to not get injured.
Yeah. That
sounds stressful.
What's his name? Ripken. Cal Ripken was a baseball player.
Okay.
I mean, he's still alive, but he was a baseball player.
Okay.
Just want to make sure. But he was called the Iron Man. He played something like 3,000 games in a row without getting injured. He was started in 3,000. And that's, I'm guessing, maybe it's less than that. Again, I don't want to be held to the wall again. He started in some thousands of numbers of games.
Okay.
In a row. He never missed a game. Do you understand how insane that is? There are 162 baseball games a year. He started in every single one every year for what I think was something between 8 and 12 years.
That's incredible.
I think something like that. I know people talk about home run records. They talk about like speed records and all these records that'll never be broken. Like Shohei Ohtani is probably going to break records that no one will ever break in history for the rest of time. But Cal Ripken's record in baseball, to me, is the most incredible record in all of sports in history.
Yeah. Okay, we get a montage of Alex and Ashely now leading up to the proposal. They both love the book, The Alchemist. He compares their journey to the plot of that book and how their treasure is right there. I kind of felt like he had this planned, honestly.
Yeah,
but I will admit, before we talk about Alex any further, I will admit I have a bias against Alex.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I find Alex arrogant and overly well planned.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a feeling I have.
I'm going to allow the jury to be out on this one, but my instinct is that Alex is he's got some rough edges.
Yes, but he thinks he's smooth.
Yeah, it's the lack of eye contact for me.
Oh, for me, it's the lack of question asking. It feels like he doesn't ask her any questions.
Well, yeah, he talks a lot.
She'll ask him a question. We'll get to that in a bit, and he will talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yeah, he keeps going.
And continue to not answer her question because he's like, it's like, are you nervous? And he'll continue to talk about how he's not nervous.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
No, he never stops talking.
But then maybe why don't you ask if she's nervous? Maybe she was asking you because she's feeling nervous. Well, but he never asks.
You know what? He's used to it being his show, I think.
Yes.
He's used to life being the Alex show.
It does feel that way. Okay, so he proposes, she says yes. And in their big reveal, going into it, he says a lot. I mean, this man talks.
He's everything he says sounds like he's being interviewed after a game.
Yes.
It's like, we put it all out there. The offense was strong. Our defense was good. We honed it. We practiced it all preseason, working on it.
Yeah.
And, now we came out there and we did what you were trained to do. And we did it well. And I'm proud of my teammates and coach. And everything was great today. I'm looking forward to next season. That's everything he says.
Yes, I agree. Going into the reveal, he says he knows what he looks like. And based on what he knows about her, he has an idea of what she looks like. And he's talking about how women idealize relationships with athletes. But one day the guy's retiring sports and the woman's 35 and doesn't look the way she used to. And the couple realizes it isn't working.
Ouch.
At 35?
That's like, really?
I wasn't really sure what he was getting at here. I'm like, so are you saying you...
I didn't understand either because he should have picked a different number at least say like 75 or something. Like why 35? What does that have to do with anything? Like how that sounds bad to me.
Also, I think to me that sounds defensive. So if he's focusing on how women idealize relationships with athletes and he's not an athlete anymore. So what he's saying is that they idealize like the wrong kind of relationship. I'm different from them. But doesn't it feel defensive considering he did want to be an athlete?
Yeah.
A professional athlete.
I wasn't sure where he was going with this.
I mean,
It was a
well,
little
that's
confusing.
the case with Alex talking a lot. He's talking and talking and talking. Here he says looks are just a shell, but he's been told his is pretty good.
As far as shells go, I'm in the top 10.
But that's not what matters, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, they both seem very happy with each other's looks. They have a lot of chemistry, and they like to talk about their chemistry and a lot of making out.
Talking about how sexy they feel towards each other.
Yes. In Cabo now, I said this is mainly about them having chemistry, him being like, don't do that.
Mhm.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. And she's like what? I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh my God, don't do that.
Yeah.
The morning after, they apparently had great sex. They're very open about it.
He's very, again, sports interview. He's like, yeah, we laid it all out there. You know, I did my best, pushed it in, pulled it out.
You know, it lacks feeling. Alex lacks feeling for me.
Yeah, he's narrating.
There's no true vulnerability from Alex that we've seen so far. So now at the group party, the one little nugget we get here is when the guys are going around, I don't know whose idea it was to do this, maybe a producer's, but they're going around saying the one thing they don't like about their woman.
Always a good move.
He says he normally goes for dark features.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun. Later on a yacht, she asks what he's nervous about. He's like, I'm not nervous about anything. I don't believe in being nervous. I don't know. Nerves about what? The nerves are not for me. I don't know. He's like, maybe if I had to be nervous about something, it would be the fact that I'm not nervous.
What does nervous even mean? I mean, can we define it? I don't even know what nervous is. But I'm really sweating a lot. I don't know what's going on here. Is that nerves?
Okay, and now at the pool party, Alex apparently has his eye on Brittany, who we'll get to much later.
Or has his eye on Brittany's.
I mean, I
have never seen.
I don't know if I've ever seen this.
I literally have never seen on Love is Blind a man more blatantly drop what he has to go for than this.
Do you think that's what was happening here?
Well,
it felt like he wanted to swap.
He didn't really have time to chat with her. He just saw her and suddenly he wants to be with her.
Yeah.
Curious, what is he interested in?
Yeah, well, her looks, her package, her whole situation.
Yeah.
She's got dark features.
The dark features.
He says that Brittany is the type he would normally go for. He's openly saying Ashely isn't his type. He's still exploring that and would have no issue breaking her heart to her face.
Get my face in those. Sorry, I had to say it. I couldn't beat around the bush anymore.
Oh, you know, it's so, I find it very, but I also think it's true.
It's true. You're like, what else is it?
You're pointing out the elephant in the room. It does feel like he's just like...
He's the one who said...
He's like the cartoon character with the eyes popping out.
He said himself, as I said in many Q&As, when a man says something, believe him.
Yeah.
Believe him when he says, I usually go for looks first.
It feels like he's trying to get Brittany to agree. He's like, oh, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, and Brittany's shocked. She's like, I've seen a lot of seasons of Love is Blind. I've never seen this happen.
I mean, we thought
I don't know what to do.
It felt like he was trying to swap.
Yeah, he thought it was The Bachelor.
He was like, yeah, no, not. I'm done with my girl. Like, I like you now. I want to see what this is about.
Yeah, you're number one.
Okay, so post party now, Ashely casually asks Alex in the bathroom if he had any conversations, any flirty ones. And he now way over explains how unflirty all his conversations are.
I'm the least flirty person in the history of the world. I was voted #1 least likely to flirt by all soccer association. I don't even know what flirty means. Can you tell me? Let's get a dictionary. What does it mean? I don't know what it means.
Andy, you said he sounds like a Family Guy character. It was so like overcompensating in the other direction. He sounded so guilty. I wrote droney, faux confident, and pedantic. He drones
those are
on.
All good.
It's going on. He was talking about nerves again, worries about the future. What is there to be nervous about? Nervous is a weird word to him.
You know, I'll tell you something about athletes. This is very general, and this only applies to a certain portion of the middle of the bell curve.
Okay.
But I think that athletes that never got to athlete end up being in limbo in life.
Well, I think some of them do. Some of them really find their calling, and
that's why I said it's not. I'm not generalizing for everybody. I'm just saying there is a common feature among some athletes that whose careers were cut before they ever got to bloom.
Yeah,
and it's a similar thing that I see, like in Alex. And again, not just some of them go on to be amazing people, career, family, whatever. I'm just saying there's a good chunk of them that just like that dream being unfulfilled and cut short is too much to bear. And they're kind of arrested development at that point.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, a lot of these athletes spent most of their time honing this skill of physical prowess, right? So they probably didn't spend a whole lot of time developing the more EQ elements of life, you know, like relationships and interpersonal stuff I think and personality. And it's not that they have bad personalities or that they're bad people. I'm just saying I see in a lot of these situations a sense of arrested development. And I see it in Alex. This is a guy who had a dream. He spent his whole life pursuing this dream, blood, sweat, and tears, most literally, into this dream. And then just when he's at the precipice of realizing it, it's gone. And what's left? He's a man without a sail. It's a ship without, or a man in a ship without a sail. I guess a man without a sail is just a guy walking down the street. It's fine. You don't need a sail. And it's sad to me because I don't want to bust on Alex. Alex clearly has. You
like Alex more than me.
I feel bad for Alex. Alex has faults. And we're going to see more of them. And people are going to call him a dick. I guarantee you down the road, a few episodes in, they're going to be like, Alex is a dick. He's an asshole, this and that. And yes, maybe he is in some ways, but you have to have empathy for these guys whose whole MO in life was taken away. And you're left with, as he said, a shell. Yeah. He just said it in a different way.
But he has such a great shell.
He has such a tremendous shell, top 10 shell.
He's the first one to point out how great his shell is.
Himself. But I do think that, over time, as the years go on, he will develop into what he would have been without sports. But I'm just saying that I have empathy for people whose dreams were cut short like this. And I can't let that not bleed into my opinion of Alex.
Okay, then, this is different than I was expecting. And Andy has a very accurate read on people and their juju. He no, seriously, it's like shockingly accurate. And so what you're saying is you don't get bad, evil juju.
I get a good guy inside Alex trying to fight their way out and dealing with a lot of issues related to the loss of his career.
In terms of him clearly being like, Ashely's great and all, but she's too blonde and like.
He's used to playing sports. He thinks he's in the first inning of a baseball game. Like he doesn't see his thing with Ashely as meaningful yet.
Yeah, well, he doesn't see, I don't think that he sees, that's my issue with Alex, is I'm not sure how much he sees women as equals. Just little throwaway comments when he's like, when the woman's like 35 and doesn't look the way she used to. I mean, unless I misunderstood that. You guys tell me if I am painting him inaccurately or unfairly here. It just, Ashely is by no means, like in no world is Ashely not a beautiful woman. She's very conventionally beautiful. Yeah. And I just feel like there's like a sort of dismissal of it's like, but she's not really like what I'm looking for. It's like, well, what about all the time you spent together getting to know each other? And she just feels so expendable.
I totally agree with you. Yeah. I get a sense that there's a dismissal in general of women to some degree.
Yes.
Unless they have what, Christine has.
No, Brittany.
Sorry.
Who's Christine?
There's too many people to keep track of.
I know. Okay, so I'll give you your thoughts on Alex. I think the jury is still out. I think it's possible he is the way he is with women because he's trying to compensate for a sense of maybe low self-worth. He's never, he's only 30.
No.
He's only 30, which I think most men at 30 now aren't really like fully grown men
he's got
anyway.
6 years. And 6 more years. And because of sports now, I think he's got like 10 years.
Okay, so anyone's new here. Andy does not believe a man is a man until he's 36. And also we have to remember that this whole situation with him and his injuries and not becoming, it was not that long ago. All I'm saying is it was probably less than 10 years ago. Yeah, ish. Okay, well, nonetheless, Andy, do we predict these two are going to work out?
100%.
2, 3, nay. I agree. Which is a shame because she seems lovely and very into him. Yeah. And she asks him questions. He doesn't ask any. Okay, so moving on, Andy.
He answers a lot of questions that weren't asked, though.
It's true. All right, next up, Andy, we're on to Bri and Conner and a little bit of Chris.
Sounds like a porno.
Okay, so Bri is 33. She's in product development, and Conner is 31. He's from Cleveland. They have really matching energy. He gives her lots of stars. Yeah. They both love the song Mr. Brightside.
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
The Killers, I'll tell you, the Killers And the Strokes, right around the same time, right? Killers and Strokes, similar
Oh, really?
time frame, as I recall. Killers were, I think, a little after the Strokes.
I think the Killers were after the Strokes.
Yeah, a little after. But it's that period of time.
Yeah.
I feel like the Killers may have been the last great band.
Oh.
And it was over. After that's been over. Let's be honest. Something happened. It was Napster. Was it called Napster? Oh my God, I don't remember.
No,
I don't even remember the name.
It was Napster.
Napster, and then obviously the app iTunes and everything. There was no such thing as a rock
went
band.
to shit.
It was all just about the hit. Now I want to be an old man. I'm allowed to be an old man. I'm going to say it right here. OK Computer, the last great album, and Killers, the last great band. After that, it's over. America is never going to put out another good band ever again.
Let's see if people agree with you. They talk about wanting to coach their kids in sports. She says she's a soccer mom. He wants a van. There's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, it's something. Because, I've only ever been to Ohio to adopt our dog. So I don't know, I don't know what the culture is like in these cities. I guess I'm just sort of struck by how it just feels very the dream they all have feels very bachelor-y to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like white picket fence.
Yeah.
I want this many kids. I want a minivan. I want to be a soccer mom. I want to be the Super Bowl house.
Yeah.
It just feels very traditional.
I wish I wanted all those things.
Yeah.
I really wish. I'm so jealous.
Wait,
Every
the
time
same
I
way
hear
you
it.
wish you had faith.
I wish I had faith. I wish I had faith, football, and family. Versacki was right.
That's a Bachelor reference.
If
anyone missed that, that was a deep cut. There's a cute story that Conner tells about telling his parents that he was going on this show, and it was just a couple of weeks out, and then his parents binged the show and called him, and they're like, "Did you know that you can't see each other?" That was super cute. And in the least romantic way possible, they agree they're each other's number ones, and they have to go end things with their others. I'll circle back to the others in a moment. But even the way these two are like, yeah, you're my number one. Yeah, you're mine too. I guess I got to go do this thing.
Yeah, we got to go do this now. Got to clean it up.
They feel like bros.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're my number one too. Gotta go do
gotta be on TV now.
It's gonna suck. Gotta do this. Didn't it feel so
nothing's there.
Romantic?
There's nothing there.
It just feels like they get along, like they joke around
Just pals.
So meanwhile,
roommates.
For the little bit of Chris, Andy, Chris is 32. He's in software sales. When he's talking to Bri, he reveals he has a cold plunge in his house.
It's badass. I respect that.
He says he starts every day with the hardest thing he'll do that day.
Amazing. He won me over with that alone. Whatever he does from now on, I forgive.
This Chris guy.
He's a badass. He's a Blackhawk guy too, right? But wasn't he the guy who was in a Blackhawk division?
Oh, was it him? I think you're right.
Yeah. He was a serious soldier. I think. I don't know if he saw action, but Blackhawks, that's badass helicopters. It's gotta be. I mean, it's badass just getting in the helicopter, let alone fighting in it.
Yeah. The cold plunge is
cold plunge.
Child's play.
He does jujitsu. I think he does. I bet you he's good at jujitsu.
Oh, where did you get the jujitsu?
He said he did jujitsu.
Oh, wow. You remember a lot more about Chris than I did.
I was on top of all the guys' stuff.
You really liked, we both like Chris.
No, Chris, good guy. He's a good, you know what he is? He's a guy who has a little bit of a Napoleon complex in a good way.
Yeah.
He's nice.
He's a high achiever because of it.
He's a nice guy.
Yes.
He's friendly. He holds no hostility. He's not vengeful.
Yeah.
Yet he does all the little guy things. He's maybe the best little guy you can have. He's not that little. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you mean.
Compared to most guys in dating shows, he's short.
Yeah. She reveals she was, this is Bri. She reveals she was a competitive cheerleader and a softball pitcher in college. And he's like, oh, could you strike me out? And she's like, I'm 100% confident I could strike you out. That's pretty cool.
She's right.
Later on, he asks about her outfit. And
the softball pitchers in college, female softball pitchers,
badass.
It's unbelievable. First of all, the pitcher's mound is closer to the home plate than in baseball.
Okay.
But they're still throwing 70, 80 miles per hour underhand. So it's basically faster. It's hard. The ball gets to you faster in like high level softball than it does in like pro baseball.
Oh, wow.
It's ridiculous. I mean, the ball's bigger.
Yeah.
Granted,
Is it bigger?
It is bigger. It's big.
Actually.
You know, softball's big. It's like at least 2 or 3 times as big as a baseball.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's badass.
I think that the idea of like a woman reaching competitive level
I tried
pitching.
I
very
hit.
cool.
I'll tell you something. I have firsthand knowledge of this because I used to play baseball. And I thought pretty good. I was a decent baseball player.
Auntie was like
Yeah,
legit.
I got injured. My dream was cut short too. My dream wasn't as big. Still cut short. I still cut short. But I faced a female pitcher. Sorry, I didn't. I wanted to say the right word. I didn't know. You know, one of them broad pitchers. You know. No,
You're like, I can tell you're like, is it woman or female? Woman or female?
One of them,
and you're like,
skirts.
female pitcher. And you're like, that was the wrong one.
It sounded bad. A woman,
a
grown woman who pitches a softball.
Okay.
That's what I was facing. In a good, she's good at it.
Okay.
And it was so fast. And the ball, they throw underhand. So the ball kind of comes up at you.
Yeah.
It starts low and goes up, which is totally something I'm not used to.
Yeah.
I whiffed so hard. I'm talking like, I didn't even know what was going on. Like I was swinging at air, like nothing close to the ball.
Oh, wow.
And finally I hit one. She threw like 5 or 6 pitches. I hit one, like I fouled it off. It was like I chipped it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I could make contact. That's how hard it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I was at that point in time, if a guy was throwing like just regular 75 mile per hour pitches,
You were
baseball, I every one I'd hit.
Damn. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, no, it's badass.
I do think Bri is badass.
Yeah.
I just
definitely in the pitching department.
Oh my God. Yeah. And also I just think her
She's
personality,
funny.
she's a much needed personality on this season.
Yeah.
I find a lot of the personalities are kind of like blending into each other.
I agree. She has personality.
Yeah, she has personality.
Personality. I think that she has been pals with a lot of guys for a long time.
I agree.
And she's in that gear, which doesn't help this situation.
No, I think that the pal thing is her kind of undoing. And we hear her even bring that up when she talks to Chris in her later scene. This is the scene where they talk about the orange romper. And I guess one of the other girls is like, oh, the girl wearing an orange romper would be perfect for you. She's wearing an orange romper. But she talks about how she wants someone who can bring her into her feminine more. Speaking of being in your feminine.
No.
And I love that she has that awareness about herself because I would have said this about her. Honestly, like she has this like tomboyishness that I think can totally work in the right relationship.
She's got to shift the gear though. She can't be always tomboy. She's got to occasionally shift.
To be fair though, she says, I'm looking for a guy who can bring that out of me. I think that it exists in her. It's just like she needs the right kind of guy.
That's a good point.
And actually, I think Chris has the confidence to bring that out in her more. Agree. He has more confidence than Conner, let's be honest. But I think that he even said later on when he's talking to Jessica, he's like, I do have another connection, but I feel like I'm hanging out with a dude.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't really for him. Yeah. But I do think for the right kind of guy, she would become more soft.
100% agreed.
Yeah.
And Conner is not able to bring that out in her. He wants to, but he doesn't have the tools.
Yeah. So in the breakup,
I say this is completely non sequitur, but I want to make sure I say this.
Yeah.
So when he said he sells dumpsters, I'm sure everyone was like, haha, that's funny. You know, dumpsters. That's like low, somehow a lowlier job because he's selling dumpsters. But that's
also how he sold it. He was like, I sell dumpsters. Like that's how he's pitching.
I'm going to tell you right now that for me, a salesman of dumpsters, I respect more than a salesman of software. And I'm not saying anything about Chris.
But Chris, we like Chris.
No, I'm not saying this. Okay, this is separate from the human.
Okay.
I'm just saying that all sales is the same. There's no difference. I don't care unless you're selling like quantum computer chips and you know something where you really need to have deep knowledge and you have to be a genius about something.
Okay.
Any stuff that you're selling, to me, it's all the same.
Okay.
So if you're selling dumpsters, that's probably more interesting than selling software.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good rant, Andy. We all liked that.
Yeah.
You were high on your soapbox over the sales thing.
I'll defend my dumpster sale kings.
Oh, well, you know, I appreciate Conner's.
Everyone's a software salesman. How many people sell dumpsters?
No, Andy, everyone is a medical device.
That's true. Right. You're right.
They're
Right.
all in medical sales.
Remember we were on vacation at that hotel? We were in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And there were not one, but two different medical sales conventions going on at the place.
Yeah.
The whole place
everyone
was
at the resort was in medical
sales. You just throw
sales.
a dart at someone, they sell medical equipment.
Yeah. Well, apparently they were all doing very well because they were in Hawaii. Like
expensive.
Yeah. Just
medical equipment's expensive.
Yeah.
Someone's got to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, then.
Okay, so in the breakup scene with Chris, Bri comes into it and she's like, I have to end it with you. And he's like, oh, I was going to have the same conversation. So they're on the same page.
Great. Yeah, that was fun.
Very cute when she's like, oh, is your other girl Jessica? It's like she guesses correctly. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, I love her.
Aw, that was nice.
Yeah, I really like Bri.
Bri's great.
Okay, so now in the proposal scene, Conner.
You also like the cheese.
I also like the cheese. Although Bri is the best, like, regular run-of-the-mill grocery store choice. But that's not what I'm buying when I go to, like, Zabar's.
You know what Bri is? Bri is a high-level person who knows nothing about cheese.
Yes.
Like, for me, when I eat Bri, I'm like, this is as good as cheese gets. But I don't know anything about cheese.
Oh, it gets so much better than Bri.
I understand. I know. I'm just not a cheese guy.
I know.
But when I have a good Bri, I'm like, that's what I want in a cheese.
You like mild.
I like mild.
Andy likes a young cheese. He doesn't want it too funky. Okay, so Bri reads a letter she's written, and this is where I finally realized that she looks like Kristen Cavallari.
Who's that?
She's like one of the OG reality show people. She was on like Laguna Beach in the hills like many, many moons ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's made a whole career out of it. That's the thing. It's like if you were on one of those shows back in the day, then you're like,
that's it. You're done for
now
life.
you have a fashion line, you've got a podcast.
Amazing.
You're that person for life. Yeah. So Conner proposes and Bri says yes. And in the big reveal, they both seem happy, but I couldn't get past all the stops.
Stop.
There's a lot of that.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I don't like it.
Stop.
I don't want it.
It feels a little passé to me.
I don't want it.
Andy, do you think you could possibly juggle these ollies?
That's a tall order. Let me see. Sitting down with a mic. This is dangerous. Okay.
Ollie, this is Ruby's dog food, which she's obsessed with. Human grade, backed by vet nutritionists. Let's see. Let's see if Andy can do this. Honestly, you lasted longer than I thought you would.
They're too cold.
They are cold. So Ollie is Ruby's healthy human grade dog food. So I'm holding here the turkey dish with blueberries. Andy's got the beef with sweet potatoes, the chicken with carrots. Ruby is obsessed with the taste and her poops. Let's talk about her poops, her Ollie poops. We call them Ollie poops.
I literally don't even have to know what she's been eating.
Yeah.
I know it's an Ollie poop.
Yeah.
And poops aside, your dog is a member of the family.
She sure is.
And why would you not be giving a member of your family real human grade food?
Real food. Do you know the ingredient list on some of the foods out there for dogs? It's actually disturbing. Like, it's not really food.
If you wouldn't eat it under any circumstances, you shouldn't be feeding it to your dog.
No.
So celebrate your number one Valentine, your greatest love, your dog.
Head to ollie.com/Shandy and tell them all about your dog. Then use code Shandy to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today.
Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box. So if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back.
That's ollie.com, OLLIE.com/Shandy, and use code Shandy to get 60% off your first box. So Andy, we live in a time where there's a lot of competition in terms of products, especially when it comes to skincare. And let me tell you, I am not generally very loyal when it comes to products. I tend to try something once and I'm like, not impressed. And I go and buy something else next time, except when it comes to One Skin.
One Skin is science in a bottle.
Yes, I believe in the science of One Skin, and that's why I keep repurchasing it. Plus, I see a difference. I do.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so what makes One Skin so special is it was founded by 4 skin longevity scientists, all female, and these are PhD scientists, okay? And they tested 900 plus of the anti-aging, like quote unquote anti-aging peptides out there. And in that process, they ended up developing their own proprietary peptide, the OS1 peptide. And what this does is, so we all have senescent cells in our skin, and they're nicknamed zombie cells because they affect the healthy cells around them. And these zombie cells, they contribute to fine lines, wrinkles, sagging. So if you can combat those senescent cells, you could quite literally reverse your skin's biological age. And that is what the OS1 peptide does.
And you know how hard it is to get a 5-star review? I mean, that takes a lot. It's way easier to get a 1-star review.
Oh my God, yes.
One Skin has over 10,000 5-star reviews. 10,000.
incredible.
5-star reviews.
It's an incredible number. And they were recently featured by Bloomberg as a leader in skin longevity.
We've been many places all over the world. I've never seen you ever leave home without your OneSkin.
Oh, I mean, it's honestly holy grail.
So born from over a decade of longevity research.
OneSkin's OS1 peptide is proven to target the visible signs of aging, helping you unlock your healthiest skin now and as you age.
For a limited time, try OneSkin with 15% off using code Shandy at oneskin.co/Shandy.
That's 15% off with code Shandy. After you purchase, they'll ask how you heard about them. Support Dear Shandy and tell them we sent you. Okay, so Cabo now, interesting now. Okay, so it's also Connor's birthday at the group party, but that has nothing to do with what I'm about to mention. Bri is annoyed that everything is so surface level with everyone. I felt like she had a few drinks.
She had a few drinks.
But I also kind of could appreciate what she was annoyed about.
I get it. But
like what I like about Bri is that she wants that depth. Like she's like, oh, Chris, he was so expansive. Talking with him was so like this, and it brought this out in me, blah, blah. And now we're just like taking shots together. She looks so like dissatisfied with it.
So
and I'm like,
that,
I can kind of get that.
It's like that Gautier song. Gautier?
Oh yeah, now you're just somebody that I used to, but you didn't have to cut me off. But you treat me like a stranger and that feels so rough. Somebody that I used to know.
Right. Okay. That's what they are.
They are that.
That's a sad song because it's true. You spend so much time with someone. You share your deepest, darkest secrets. You have physical intimacy. Well, they didn't, but most people do.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh yeah, I know that person. I don't need to say hello though.
Yeah, you considered them for a moment as someone you might spend the rest of your life with. I mean, it is a sad song.
It is. But in this particular situation, I think she's wrong. I appreciate the thought. I think she's right about the concept, but she's wrong about the execution.
The execution, I completely agree.
Because what is Chris supposed to do? Be like, oh my God, it's so amazing to see you. I'm so happy. Like big hugs. Like let's talk deep stuff. No, he's got his woman there. She's going to be annoyed, and it's going to be rude for him to get into deep stuff with this girl that he was dating.
I agree. I also feel like the person she's venting to is Connor, who's the guy she chose. Yeah, and I think it's clear the person she's upset about. She's like, oh yeah, we all went so deep with each other. We were all writing letters to each other. But really the person she's upset about is Chris.
Yeah.
The guy that she didn't choose and went with Connor.
But it's such a weird thing to say to Connor.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, right. It's so like all execution, the execution of how she did it and the execution of how it would have gone down had she had what she wanted to happen happened.
Yeah.
All of it makes no sense.
I agree. I think that she wanted a little bit of attention.
She wanted
that kind of, I mean, we know that feeling. Like, you're going to see your ex and you haven't seen them in a while. And like, you want that kind of like pull of what could have been. You want that, like, that tension.
You want to feel desired. You want to feel like a desire of a time ago is still there.
Yeah, even if it's not in that form, you just want it acknowledged. Yeah. And so I totally get where she was coming from, but I agree the execution was really poor. I feel like this should have just been something she mentions to a girlfriend.
And she wasn't thinking about where she was at, because if you were in the real world, let's say you went to a party and one of your exes showed up, would the person you're engaged to currently really like you, like snuggling up to them and talking about old times for like an hour? No.
I agree.
Chris did the appropriate thing.
I think Chris
avoiding
honestly,
that.
Chris doesn't do anything wrong.
He does everything
in my
right.
opinion. Okay, so
it's all those cold plunges. I'm telling you, we got to start doing that. Do we have room for a cold plunge?
He's
bathroom?
Perpetually clear-headed thanks to that. I think it's worth noting that at this group party, when the guys are talking about the things they don't like about their women, Connor says it's the fact that Bri never shuts the up.
Wow. It's hardcore.
And this is actually before she's going on and on about the Chris thing.
Yeah.
Like, she's mentioned it, but I was kind of like, I don't think that they're great drinkers, these two.
No.
Because we see a side of them and this sort of like with each other that when they drink, I'm like, ooh, that was nasty. She never shuts the up.
That was something you don't say.
It was very un-Connery.
Unless you laugh hard right after and make it clear you were joking.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't enough of that. It was like that was not a good thing to say.
It felt out of character, but in vino veritas, as you always say, Andy, it felt like he meant it.
Okay. I will say though, as far as parties go, drunken Love is
it was
Blind
very tame.
opening parties.
Very
this was
tame. Very tame.
Not a lot of drinking and trouble.
Not enough drinking.
Not enough drinking.
Okay, so after the party now, she brings up the surface level thing again, and he's making this face. He's in bed just looking forward, and she's like talking beside him, and he's like, it just feels like he's sick of.
Why is he? Does it not feel like he's just going through the motions now? Like, what is he doing here? I don't even feel like he really likes her that much.
Yeah, because I thought that's the one thing they had is that they get along. I think that she's not considering that he's her romantic partner. She could maybe tend to his feelings a little bit more. She's just talking to him that she would talk to anyone. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. I felt for him a bit. I don't love how he said that she needs to shut the fuck up to the guys, but I do think that he says later on at the pool party, he's like, I feel like this is bringing up insecurities because she does chat with Chris for a long time by the pool. She finally gets to
desired.
Noticed.
Yeah.
They do have good banter. These two, her and Chris. Yeah. It does feel like she's sort of like pushing for a little bit more. It feels like she wants a flirtation with Chris. Yeah. Although, Andy, at this point, you were feeling so bored with the season that you said, I would give anything for Chelsea right now. I don't even remember her last name, but Chelsea of Jimmy and Chelsea.
Yeah. 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 We need a little more Jimmy Chelsea.
Yeah. This was the most we were getting. Okay. Do we think these two are working out, Andy?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, nay. A hard nay.
Hard.
It's
hard. They're not going to make it.
How is there any romance? I can't even imagine them having.
They're not making it to the altar. Not even close.
Yeah. Oh, you don't think they're even making it to the altar?
I don't think they make it to the altar. Yeah.
You think they break up before that?
Yeah, I think it's before the altar.
Okay. All right.
I feel the same about Alex.
Okay. You don't think they're going to make it to the altar? Okay. All right. So next up, speaking of Chris, we have Chris and Jessica. So Jessica, she is 38. She's an infectious disease doctor. You're right, Andy. Here, this is where Chris says he was in a Black Hawk unit. They bond over wanting to be better people living in a better society. No. You know what I like about these two is that they have like an inherent
goodness.
Yes, goodness and positivity.
Yeah.
And like an optimism.
But also goodness. You can smell it.
Yeah. They both want to be good people.
If I had to trust someone with a living thing, in
Jessica?
Our case, it's probably Ruby.
Yeah.
I would go with Chris or Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. If you had to be like, please, like we were watching.
I don't know you, but I need you to take my dog and I need you to take her for like a month.
Yes.
And I have no instructions.
That's such
I'll be back in a month.
Oh, Andy, that's so sweet. You love Chris.
Yeah. Chris is a reliable guy. He's a guy when you're in a bind, you count on Chris. He's the guy you go to. Yeah. All his friends go to Chris all the time. He's probably almost sick of it. When they're every time they're in a bind, they go to Chris.
Jessica reveals she's divorced, and when talking about her ex, I actually thought this was really interesting because it's so true. She says that, during their marriage, they realized how different their views on what a marriage was and what a spouse does. Mm-hmm. How different their views were on those things. And I just thought that's so relatable because I think it's so true. Like you can love who a person is, but if you're not showing up in a marriage in a way that complements the other person, then it doesn't matter how much you get along.
Yeah,
truly.
no, the bare minimum is that the other person you find amazing.
Yeah, of course. But then also in a marriage, it's like a contract. It's like a business partnership. It's like
100% a business partnership.
Yeah, if they don't, I think if the roles don't complement each other, then it's doomed, to be honest.
100%.
No matter how amazing you find each other. Okay, so Jessica tells Chris that he's her number one. And this is where he says he does have another connection, but it's like hanging out with a dude. And he goes and ends it with Bri. Okay, so in the proposal now, Chris says he doesn't want to spend the rest of his life with anyone else ever.
Nah.
He proposes, she says yes. So in their big reveal, they both seem ecstatic with each other's looks. I thought it was really cute.
Or ecstatic.
Oh, no. That always rubs me wrong. Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. That means that there is one static.
I thought it was cute that he was clearly excited that she was very short.
Yeah.
She was 5 feet tall.
That was cute.
He didn't really let on that he was like
short
really
king
excited.
And short queen.
Yes. Very cute. I don't mind him. If I were a short guy, I would want.
I never even noticed his shortest. I don't see height. Do you?
Well, he carries himself like.
He carries himself like a 6'4" man.
He does. It's exactly what you said.
And I'm telling you, if push comes to shove, he can take you down.
Well, Black Hawk.
And jujitsu.
And jujitsu.
And cold plunge.
Okay, I mean, we do love Chris. I will say this about Chris, though, and the two of them kind of, and it's not a criticism. It's just something I have my eye on. In their confessionals, they're so effusive about each other that sometimes I'm kind of like, is it really that? Like, is she really the most amazing person you've ever met in your entire life? Like, it's more that maybe we haven't seen enough footage of them. I think because there are so many couples, each couple is not getting maybe the airtime that I would need to really feel like I get why they're together. And so I sometimes feels a little like slightly performative.
I feel that some people on these shows are more aware of the cameras than you'd think. And I think that the easiest, the path of least resistance
is to just rave about each
is
other.
to just talk about, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I have my eye on is it feels a little too good to be true. And because there's so much to gain by going far on a show like this, it can sometimes feel like soft acting.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's just so great. So it's like they're in love with the idea of having found love on Love is Blind.
Yeah.
So then you start saying the rote things that are expected of you.
And let's be honest, part of it is acting, even if you mean it.
Yeah.
Like part of it is like, I'm on this show to find love.
Yeah.
I picked this person. I kind of like her.
Yeah, I found it.
And I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to do. I'm getting paid to do that.
It's such honestly, I want to stress what a soft criticism that is because they're not the only culprits of this. Many couples do it as bad, if not worse.
More than 50% of couples.
Yes. So it's just something I have my eye on. Okay, so now in Cabo, they have dinner on his birthday. They talk about kids here. They both seem very okay with not having kids.
Yeah.
And after dinner, so this is the one talking point with these two is her distaste for working out comes up again. So this has sort of been touched on here and there. He likes to work out in the morning. He likes to like go for a swim. He likes to go for a run. Like he's really like active.
Yeah.
And she's openly like, no, I hate that. And then we'll laugh.
You know, I'll be honest, I really resonate with the running as a form of torture.
I agree.
And I will say there's two sides to this. One is I firmly believe that and I hate it and I'll never do it.
Yeah.
The other is I've noticed that when I run now, like when I have to run to catch a light or I'm late for something or I just need to run.
You're out of breath.
No, it's not. No, my lungs actually decent. I still got some wind once I hit the heavy bag with the boxing.
Okay.
I find that I shuffle now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's because I don't run.
Yeah.
I think I may have to start running or else I'm going to be a shuffler my whole life.
It just felt, these two talking about this, it felt a little bit like this might come home to roost at some point where he'll, this is a man who does a cold plunge every morning. He has one in his house.
In his house.
This is a guy who I think is like on top of health and fitness and longevity and, being his higher self all the time. And when she comments on how she's like, oh, well, I hate that. Like, you can do it. I'll just watch. Ha 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 ha. It kind of reminds me actually of Love is Blind Germany of Jesse and Constantine, and he's trying to convince her to go for a run and she's taking a break to have a cigarette.
Yep.
I don't know if this would become a thing because if there's one thing I know about people who are really like into fitness and like really love it, they tend to want to do it with their partner.
Well, let's see. We're going to see whether she does it with her partner.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, there's nothing else really between these two. So Andy, what is our prediction for them? This is actually a hard one.
This is a tough one.
This is the first one where I'm like,
this is an alter no for me, probably.
A what no?
It's an alter no.
But would they ever do that to each other because they're such good people?
This is a really tough one. I want to say
she's a doctor.
Yes.
She doesn't need the money.
She doesn't need the money. I want to say yes. I really want to say yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yay.
Nay. Oh, you think yay?
I'm going to go with this. Chris is such a good guy. I'm going to go with goodness. I'm going to go towards the light.
Okay.
I think it's going to work. And I think she's into it.
Yeah.
I think that she is into it. I think the exercise thing might be a problem.
I think it's going to be a problem.
And it's not just exercise. It's not like it's an activity. He likes to go see movies or he likes to, eat Italian food. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle thing. Yeah.
And if you don't have the same lifestyle, that's a big problem.
I agree.
So I think that in the end, sadly, that might be the thing.
I think it's nay. So my main reason for nay is I haven't seen that much other than their shared optimism, and just love of life that I see in them. I haven't seen something that's so unique to them where I'm like, that's the thing that ties them together. I'm still a little hung up on how just like we're in love with love they seem to be, but I like them as people. Like I don't dislike either person. So like maybe I could be proven wrong. I'd be very happy to see them end up together, but there's nothing here where I'm like, yeah. Like clearly those two people found each other. They're meant to be together. I'm not really getting that.
It feels like it's very convenient and nice.
Yes. It feels like they get along great.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so are you agreeing with me now?
No, I think it's most likely a no at the altar, but I'm going to go yay because I feel I'm in a positive mood about Chris.
Oh, Chris puts you in a good mood, Andy.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we have Emma and Mike. And a little bit of Connor and a little bit of Steven. This porno's getting a little interesting. Okay, so Emma, she's 27. She's in retail merchandising. And Mike, he's 29. He is a sales manager. He really wants kids. This is one of Mike's defining traits, is he wants kids. She says she's not 100% yes, but she's not a no. And he asks about her reservations on having children and argues that you leave a part of yourself on this earth when you have children.
I leave a part of myself on this earth every morning. Sometimes in the evening. I've had enough fiber.
Usually only in the morning.
Yeah, though. I'm pretty regular these days.
We are so married that I just know.
You know my routine. That really is the most. That's the sign that you are married is when you know your partner's routine.
Yeah,
in that
but
department.
it's not like we talk about it openly. We really don't. I just know based on like there's like a type of door close on the bathroom.
Oh God!
It's like it's a certain like it's like a decisive door closing.
I don't know. Oh, you don't do that, right?
No.
Oh, right. I forgot. You don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry.
So a couple of pod sessions in, Emma reveals she was adopted and she shares her hesitation around children. She shares about her birthmarks. So she was born with many birthmarks on her body. Many seemed like they would lead to melanoma, right?
Yeah.
And so she had to get them removed. There was a lot of scarring. She underwent 10 surgeries.
Wow.
The fact that she says around 10.
Around 10. She lost count.
She lost count of how many surgeries.
Oof.
He handles this so well. He says he'll never judge her physical appearance. He appreciates her sharing this. She should be proud of who she is and where she came from. Andy, you said, and that's how you respond to that story. As opposed to someone we're about to talk about. He reveals he was a premature baby. He stopped breathing and totally flatlined, but then they brought him back to life. So he's a fighter. She is a fighter too. They're fighters.
That's nice.
So yeah, Mike is, I think, the good guy. So let's get to the bad guy. Because meanwhile with Steven, 33, he's in finance.
Oh, shocker.
I know. It's so predictable. It's like, I would be shocked if this guy was not in finance.
Yeah,
I'm not saying everyone in finance is a good person.
It's just that there's a Venn diagram for everything.
I think Steven strikes me as the kind of guy who goes in finance to be the guy who's in finance.
Yeah.
To be able to say
he wants to be American Psycho. He wants to be Christian Bale in American Psycho.
There's an American Psycho-ness to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Or any nationality, wherever he's from. Just psycho.
Just psycho.
Yeah.
He asks how she feels about adoption, and she says it's 100% on the table. And then later on, she does reveal she was adopted. And he's like, that probably reveals something about you. And then she's like, well, I don't like that you're trying to guess. And like, you're trying to guess my appearance. And he's like, no, it's not about your appearance, but like something about why you blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm a bit of a mentalist. Who says that? Honestly, it felt so presumptuous. And then how he kept kind of like pigeonholing her into these like.
He's confusing mentalist with narcissist, I think. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I actually think that's true. I think as a narcissist, you find people's weaknesses because that's how you take advantage of them, right?
Yeah.
So you find their weakness, what you can offer them that would make them so susceptible to indoctrination or hypnosis.
Yeah.
And I think that he does have some abilities to do that because I do believe that he displays some narcissistic tendencies. And I think that he finds what you need. He gives it to you, and then he takes everything away.
He asks if she were to have a kid, she would adopt because she knows what it's like. And she says, yeah, maybe there's some of that. And he was like, there we go.
What a dick.
I could not handle that. There we go. It was so condescending, so presumptuous, and also like not rocket science.
Yeah.
Like he was so proud of himself that he got that out of her. I'm like, you're not a mentalist. That's not that crazy.
This guy's got a lot to learn.
He says the whole point is to not hide things from the other side. This, I felt like he was defensive because she had said she was trying to go deeper with him.
Yeah.
She was trying to get past the humor. All they did was joke around. And then it felt like he wanted to punish her for that and make her go deeper.
Yeah.
But force it and make these assumptions about her. He kept trying to like finish sentences for her and interrupt her. And then when she was taking a long time to like formulate.
He was bored.
He was
like,
bored.
Get to the point.
When she would take a while to formulate a sentence, he was like,
yeah, come on.
He literally went like that. Andy, you said, I will say from the very beginning about Steven, you said, I get a bad juju from him.
Yeah, he's got bad juju.
So can you define?
Shifty. Incongruous expressions to what he's saying. I don't like when someone's expression doesn't match what's coming out of their mouth.
Yeah, it's like when a smile doesn't reach someone's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. Yeah, I think this guy is bad news. I mean, I don't know. What else is there to say about this guy? I'm not like a rocket scientist here.
No one disagrees. She shares now about her birthmarks and the surgeries. And this is insane. Okay, so she shares that she has birthmarks all over her body. She has to get them checked every single year. She underwent 10 surgeries. And he's like, are you getting sad over there? I'll get you out of this funk.
Well, you know what it is that's another display of, I hate to throw this word around, but I do. When I see one, I have to. He seems like a narcissist. Yeah. And I think one of the telltale signs of a narcissist is lack of empathy, right?
Yes.
And the fact that he hears all of that stuff and his go-to is to like, what state is she in now? Oh, that must be sadness. I'm just going to say you're sad.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't understand. He doesn't feel it.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't appreciate what it feels like.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, I know what that is. You're sad.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it out.
I'll get you out of this funk.
Yeah, watch me. I'm gonna rescue you.
Yes.
I know what you need.
Yes. But also the lack of curiosity.
Oh, it's
like the lack of curiosity. How could you not have any follow-up questions?
So my feeling about this guy, Steven, is there's two possibilities. One is he's an absolute piece of shit. The other is that he's kind of a piece of shit, but he's actually acting up this role to become a more notable character on the season.
Oh, like or to go on whatever that other show, Perfect Match or something.
He wants to gain notoriety.
Yeah.
And to be able to have the lack of shame to put forth that kind of personality to gain the notoriety, to make more money or whatever, be on more shows, in itself shows that you're not a great person.
Yeah.
But that's the only benefit of the doubt I'm going to give him, is that the kind of bad person he is the kind that plays up him being a bad person to get more TV time and more money.
So, okay, I obviously think that could be true. I also think he didn't take kindly to her suggesting that he couldn't go deep. Mm-hmm. And I think that he was really hung up on that.
Because he's triggered by it, because he knows he can't go deep. Because going deep is not something that he can do.
He's not capable of being truly vulnerable.
Right.
And it's also, they're on TV, right? So he's like, don't say in front of all these cameras that I can't go deep.
Don't tell them what I can't do.
Yeah, like I'm going to show you how deep I can go.
Another thing about a narcissist, trying to put forth a image that cannot be broken. If anyone tries to poke a hole in their image, they go nuts.
Absolutely crazy.
Because it's all a house of cards.
It felt like he was retaliating the entire time just because she was like, yeah, we're having a lot of laughs, but like, can you go deep? And that's how it felt. It's like, but you said you want to go deep. You said you want to go deep. So here he now tells the story of his first kiss, which honestly, this felt stock. It felt like he had this story. He's like, oh, I'll get you out of this funk. Do you want me to tell you about the story of my first kiss? Where did that come from? It didn't feel like he had like a Rolodex of like stories. He's like, oh, first kiss.
But also, when someone says, I'll give you a story to get you out of your funk, that better be a damn good story. His story sucked.
His story did suck.
No, so who cares? What was it? He kissed?
Yeah, it was just really nice or whatever. And then he's like, oh, when did you lose your virginity?
The hell?
I found this creepy.
It's a weird question.
How is this the segue? She was talking about something that like shaped her as a person and was probably there was probably a lot of trauma in undergoing all these surgeries, and like it is something that she's like had to overcome. And now you're asking about when she lost her virginity.
The segues are unbelievable.
And she says in college, and he was like, oh, I was a late bloomer too. And she's like,
wait, why are you? So you're basically saying, like,
yeah, she has an issue with that. She's like, well, don't say that. Like, I feel weird about that word. It just felt creepy.
Yeah.
Okay. So now he's like, well, I'll tell you how I lost my virginity.
Another bad story.
And which I don't think she asked, by the way.
No one asked. She didn't ask how he got his first kiss either.
No. He says it was beautiful. It was like The Notebook.
What is he? This guy is an animal.
And he says that the girl was like, I love you and I appreciate you not pressuring me. It felt like he was trying to get like,
by the way,
props.
All I heard when he said that was this guy really pressured her.
Isn't that funny? I heard that too.
Yeah. If this guy's going to tell a story about him not pressuring a woman into sex, that means that he pressured her into sex.
100%. The kind of guy that tells a story about not having pressured a girl to have sex.
It's like having a conversation about what your favorite food is and you just casually mention that you've never robbed a bank.
It's like no one asked you if you've ever robbed a bank.
We're talking about food. We're talking about Italian cuisine.
This becomes a conversation about how she marches to the beat of her own drum. She's like, no one tells me what to do. And he's like, who's telling you what to do? You wanted to go deep.
Yeah.
This felt manipulative. And it also felt like it's not his first rodeo.
No.
And
remember, he's on camera here. What does he do when he's off camera?
She says that's not her story. Nobody wanted her in high school. No one wanted her until college. She's like, this is why. Like when we're talking about late bloomer, it's like, it wasn't really up to me. Like no one wanted me. And instead of being like, oh, let's talk about that, he's pouring himself a White Claw. He wasn't just pouring himself a White Claw. He said to her, I'm going to need another drink for this conversation. Yeah, he said, sorry, I'm listening. I'm just like, I feel like I need.
This is another drink.
He said, I feel like this is a conversation for another one.
Yeah.
I think what he was saying is for like another
drink.
Oh, I thought he meant for another like pod session. Either way.
No, he meant for another White Claw. He said, this is another this is a plus one White Claw conversation.
She says the comment about late bloomer rubbed her wrong, the interrupting, and he says she's trying to paint it like he's reacting wrong. Maybe she's reacting wrong. I wrote this as gaslighting.
Yeah.
It is. I'm sorry. There's no trying to understand why she feels the way she does. And
no empathy.
No, she ends it and he acts like he doesn't care, which is negative, shocking. This guy, what a piece of work.
He's a real piece of work.
Honestly, sometimes when I see someone on the screen who I like to sink my teeth into and how terrible they are, I kind of in a sick way want to see them go further in the show so I can continue to watch them be terrible. But with this guy, I think he is toxic as hell.
I don't want to see just him existing made a girl bawl.
Yeah.
In the ladies' quarters. What do they call it?
Oh, you mean her? Emma.
Yeah. Is that what they call it? What do they call it?
I call it the women's quarters.
The women's quarters.
I'm pretty sure
ladies' quarters
sounds funny. It sounds sort of like an animal place. like part of a stable, like the stables.
The stable. The female stable. That's the appropriate term. That'll go over well. But seriously, just it being in his sphere has made a woman absolutely lose it.
Yeah.
Like crying her eyes out.
I was losing it watching this
Imagine the hurt that he could cause someone if he gets engaged to them and lives with them.
Yeah, and someone who might not be as attuned to that kind of manipulation, that kind of gaslighting. I loved that she was like,
she ended it.
You could tell that she was like, it made her feel a certain way and she trusted that.
And she's not a vindictive person. You can tell that she's really gentle.
Yeah.
But I sensed a tiny bit of like excitement over ending it from her.
Yeah.
Like she was this is awesome. I get to tell this guy to go to hell.
Yeah. You know what I don't want is I don't want him getting followers. I don't want him getting notoriety. I don't want him getting attention.
Go back to your finance job.
Yeah. I don't want him having any more power in this world than he already has.
Yes.
Okay, so meanwhile, Emma really, she's in a love square. Meanwhile,
wait, so we like Steve, right?
So meanwhile, with Conner.
So Sharleen, there are many great peaks in this world. There's Kilimanjaro, there's Everest, but the peak I'm going to talk about today is the peak of your skin.
Very good, Andy.
And you notice this is shaped like a mountain. I don't want to... This is not lost on anybody.
I actually hadn't thought of that, but you're right, Andy. Our peak products, which understand that the glow of your skin is going to come from within. It is. You can put on all the serums you want. You can moisturize. But if you are not hydrating your cells from within, your skin will never glow. No. It'll be sad.
That's how things get moist. It comes from inside. If you put water on an orange, doesn't make the orange peel moist.
No.
The orange peel moist is because of what's going on inside.
Okay, so Peak Life products. In the morning, I take the Sun Goddess Matcha, which is cult favorite ceremonial grade volcanic soil matcha.
Mm-mm.
It brightens, detoxes, and firms and supports metabolism to fight breakouts.
Gotcha matcha.
Don't we all want that?
Gotcha matcha, I said.
And in the evening, I drink the BT Fountain, which is the rebuild. So it has hyaluronic acid, it has ceramides, it has chelated minerals. These strengthen your skin. They hydrate your skin, most importantly. I mean, it is called the BT Fountain. So with the Radiant Skin Duo, you get brighter texture, firmer texture. You get less puffiness. It makes a difference. My skin's just a little glowier.
So redefine your standard of health.
Get 20% off your order and begin your intentional wellness journey at peaklife.com/Shandy.
That's PIQUE life.com/Shandy. Remy, you don't have to be alone tonight. I will chew on your body all night and it'll make me feel all right.
Chew on Remy's body. And Remy, of course, is a night guard. So it's not weird to chew on.
Oh, that's what it wants.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing Remy a favor by chewing on his body. That's the point of the song.
Seriously. Remy is a custom night guard made just for you without you ever leaving the comfort of your home. How is that even possible, Andy?
Remy is founded on making the impossible possible.
That's right, because they send you an at-home impression kit where you literally mix the putty, you stuff it into the little impression thing, and then you bite down, you hold it for 5 minutes. It's actually kind of fun. And then you mail out those impressions, and then you receive back in the mail your custom night guard. Here is Andy's, and I cannot overstate what an incredible value this is. This is like 80% less than you would pay if you got
a fraction, as they say.
A fraction of what you would pay if you got this done at the dentist. And a custom night guard is really what you want, something that is molded to your teeth. And let's be clear, grinding is bad for you.
Bad for teeth. So start the new year right and use code Shandy to get 50% off your purchase of a new night guard.
That's a whopping 50% off at Shop Remy. That's shopremi.com/Shandy using code Shandy.
And we thank Remy for sponsoring this episode.
Emma tells Conner about her birthmarks and the scarring. He handles this really well. And later on, she says she wants him to keep exploring, but her gut says it's him. She wants to know where he is at. So she's sort of like, is it me? Is it me? Because I like you. You're my number one. She doesn't really say that, but it's pretty clear what she means. And he says he felt a gut punch just that morning, I think is what he says, which is convenient. But he says basically, I think it's my other connection. And she takes this super well and they say bye. They part ways.
Yeah.
I really thought it was actually going to be her and Conner, to be honest. I didn't think Conner was going to go for Bri.
No. I don't quite understand the Conner Bri situation.
I don't know if I understand Conner.
Yeah.
I thought I did for the first few episodes, and now I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't really give a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has that much more to give. I think he's just a pretty, like,
he's the first guy to be like, he's just
Conner.
A dumpster salesman. Like,
maybe he is just a dumpster salesman.
He talks a lot about being, I'm just a normal average dude. Like, he really leans into that. And I kind of wish he leaned a little bit more into what makes him weird. Because I think there probably is a lot of weirdness to him, but I think he kind of falls back on this, like, I'm just this guy.
I think that's why he may just be that guy, which is fine.
Emma decides she would regret it if she did not try, at least with Mike.
Yeah.
So she tells him her other connection ended things with her. And he says that she's been his number one since the beginning.
Aww.
Ding, ding, ding. That's exactly what you should say.
What you want to hear.
Yeah, because she...
From day one. Before I knew about you, I stalked you before the show. You're always my number one. You've always been my number one.
Every breath you take. Yeah, I will say, if I had just been broken up with in a separate pod by a guy who I thought was my number one, and then my number two said this to me, I would also go with him.
Yeah.
Like, it would be such, like, I'd like to think that I had the strength not to. No. And be like, no, I don't want to settle or whatever. But it's very touching. He's like, it's always been you for me.
And it's also human weakness. Everyone shares this weakness.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be wanted.
100%.
Even if it's by someone you don't want that much.
Yes. She gifts him a collection of her mother's handwritten cards to read.
This is amazing.
I don't know why I found this so funny, but when he was reading, Julie, turned 5 this year and she's now embarking on like arts and crafts or whatever. It was like.
I mean, these are the cards that literally get into the recycling bin before I even know what happened. But it's cute. It's cute. It
was cute. Well, it was interesting to hear.
I think it's much more interesting for the person who's giving them than the person actually receiving. Because there's no real, you can't put yourself in there yet. You're not in the family.
I agree. There's no real connection. But it was sweet, though, how she was mentioned in the card. And I guess she had undergone like 4 surgeries at that point. And she was saying, the mother was saying that Emma now knows a lot of like a lot of vocabulary from the medicine world. That was butchered.
Wow.
She knows a lot of medical terms.
Yes, you got it.
There's a lot of talking, okay? Okay, he gifts her a scrapbook that he decorated the front of. We think he was given this idea.
Is this like a coloring book?
No, it's scrapbook.
No, but I'm saying, did he just was there shapes that he could put stickers on?
I did feel like he was given a scrapbook to give to her. He was given letters to put "Love is Blind," and he was given little stickers with little engagement rings to put on it.
I do feel like this scrapbook was very similar to the boards.
Oh, at the Bachelor Live event.
The Bachelor Live event.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we love you, Jesse, or whatever.
I suspect producers, because this often happens where they exchange gifts. I feel like he was like, I need ideas. I don't know what to give her. And our producer was like, you should give her a scrapbook to, for all the photos you'll take together one day.
And he's like, could you make this scrapbook for me? And I'm like, oh God.
My favorite is when she was like, oh, do you scrapbook? And he was like, yeah, I like scrapbooking.
I've been scrapbooking ever since a few hours ago.
He says his one hesitation, again, is the kids thing. She would be a great mom, though. We'll get to that in a bit. She says, what about money? She's maxed out her credit card before. And he was like, oh, I was 23 grand in debt a few years ago, but we could ask our parents for help.
2026, baby.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if that's the best.
That's not great.
That's not the best foundation.
Great.
I don't, yeah.
It's all right, whatever.
I mean, I don't want to sound judgy.
I don't judge.
Like, I know it's really hard for...
It's hard out there.
It's hard out there. That's what so many people are still living with their parents for a reason. It's really hard. Things are expensive.
When I was getting into the world, $1, okay, now I'm officially...
Old.
Mark it down. Today is the day I became an old man.
No.
What I'm about to say is the oldest thing I've ever said.
Oh.
When I was a young man, $1 went a lot further than it does now.
Did you walk a long way to school every day? How far?
All right, stop piling on. I'm old. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be old.
$1 doesn't go...
They're all right. All the old people are right. Every time an old person complains to you about something, they're right.
I feel like the older I get, the more I think that's true.
They're all right. They were all right about everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing they've been wrong about. Every single old person thing they've complained that's been put on me. I've been like, at the time I was like, shut up, old man.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, no, you're right, old man.
Yeah.
You are 100% right.
Now you are that old man.
Now I know. It's a terrible knowledge to have too.
Oh.
I'd much rather be ignorant and just think that old people don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but if you think about it, out of all the things that old people should have, it's respect for knowing what they're talking about.
That's true.
Like they've been around. Like you cannot compete with wisdom.
Well, they've made all the mistakes already.
Yeah.
You should listen to it. It's not that they know things. They know not things.
Yes.
That's why they're smart. They're wise because they've done all the stupid things.
Yeah. And they worked hard for their money that now their grown children are going to ask for to have children.
Yeah, the guys fought in Iwo Jima so that they can lend money to their kid who's got $23,000 in credit card debt. 23, Michael Jordan.
My second Michael Jordan mention of this recap.
In case anyone forgot.
He insists he's not looking for an answer about the kids thing, but he does joke he's going to try to sway her. I have mixed feelings about this.
I don't like that.
I don't like it that much either. I think if someone is not sure if they want kids, it's not your place to try to convince them, because if they are convinced and then they do it, that might not have been their path.
Yeah. I think all you can do is say that if we have an amazing relationship one day, maybe would you be open to changing your mind? And whatever the answer is, you accept it and you move on.
Yeah, and it's also his prerogative to want to have kids one day. Like that's
absolutely.
And I actually think if the genders were reversed, we'd be all like,
he doesn't have a clock.
Hold your ground. Yeah, but also, it's like you're allowed to want what you want out of a relationship.
Absolutely.
I just don't love the idea of like trying to convince someone, especially as a woman. Women are inundated with messaging that we should want kids and that you're not a real woman if you don't have kids. You're not like living up to your female potential and you'll regret it if you don't have kids. I do think that that's changing rapidly, but nonetheless, I think for her to be like, I'm not sure, it takes some, resistance to feel that way. And she has her reasons.
Yeah.
She has a reason. She talks about, she's like, I don't know about whatever I could be passing on. She herself was adopted on top of that. Yeah. I understand you just like, you'd make a great mom. He says that many times. And Sure, but I also just don't think you'd make a great mom as a reason to convince someone why they should have children.
I agree.
And so something about this kind of rubbed me wrong, even though I know Mike, I think Mike is a sweetheart. I think he's coming from a really great place. And I think he really wants kids and he really likes her.
Well, if it's a complete deal breaker, he has to recognize that. And if it is, then he can't be with someone who's wishy-washy about it.
Yeah, and to be fair, she is, she's not a hard no either. She said many times, she was like, I'm not a no, but I'm just not really a yes either. She's not like Gunner.
No.
Gunner, who is like, I never want children.
Down.
Yeah. Gunner, when we reference Gunner, he is from Love is Blind Germany and he never wanted kids.
Well, I think
although at the reunion, he had kind of changed his tune.
I mean, yeah. I mean, for the next announcement, we're going to see us twins.
I know.
But I will say that I think Gunner's strategy was the right one. If you're not sure, you should say no. Because that way the person's going to choose you. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I
don't know if Mike would have chosen her if she had been a no. This relationship might never have happened. And then, she's not a hard no either.
No, she's not a hard no.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't love that he's like, oh, I'm going to try to sway you. But, I'm going to let it go. Because I think he's coming from a good place.
He did it as gently as possible.
Yes.
I don't think it was coming from a bad place.
No, I agree. Okay, so their proposal now, she reads him a letter she wrote and he proposes. She says yes. And now in the big reveal, they both seem very happy. There's a lot of shut up. There's a lot of that. So much shut up. In this Ohio season. Shut up.
Shut up.
Stop. And now in Cabo, the only thing to happen, honestly, with these two is that he finds her a little messy and disorganized. He mentions her suitcase being very messy. He apparently is a neat freak. And when she talks to Connor at the pool party, they bond over that. Because I guess Bri is a neat freak and Mike is a neat freak. But honestly, that's it with these two. Nothing else really happens. This is a tough prediction for me, honestly. I'm not 100% sure. But are you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3,
nay.
Yay. Okay. So let's hear yours.
I just think the kids thing is going to come up. I think the messy thing, as much as it's funny now, kind of, is going to eventually start eating in like an earthworm. Or a ringworm. Which one eats a ringworm?
But you know what I appreciate is when he came home after that group party and she was like, oh, so what did you talk to the guys about? What'd you say about me? And he was like, oh, I mentioned that your suitcase is really messy, that you're messy. And she was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, that's not changing.
Had she reacted with, oh, well, I don't appreciate you sharing that, or blah, blah, blah. If she got defensive, then I would feel a little differently. But it was that level of like chill that makes me think these two could have a chance. I'm not confident in my yay, to be honest. I'm not confident.
I'm not confident in my nay.
Okay. It's just hard. A lot of these relationships, I feel like this, again, sort of like Chris and Jessica, I'm not sure what I see here that's like unique to them.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the thing holding me back. Okay, anyway, Andy, we will move on now to Kevan, Tyler, and Keya. So Kevan, he's 31, he's a realtor. And Tyler, she's 32. She's a design director. She's from Cincinnati. He's from Columbus. This is kind of a sticking point, actually, because he doesn't like that they're not in the same city. And she's like, well, I'm willing to move for you. And he's like, oh, but I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
Which I think is our first sign that Kevan, he's not all in on anything. Anything, anyone.
He's a waffler. He's passive.
Heavy passivity. Heavy. He is passivity personified.
He's a cartoon character in Charlie Brown. Peanuts? If he was on Charlie Brown.
He's Charlie Brown.
He would be a passive, like he'd be like Linus. No, who's the stinky one?
Pigpen.
Pigpen. He'd be like Pigpen with passivity. I don't know how you.
So it's just like around him.
Yeah.
Like
every
the
time
air
they see him, they're like, oh, hey, let's ask Kevan. And he's like, I don't know.
Whatever you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
The air around him is like bending with passivity. It's true.
Wherever the breeze goes, Kevan follows.
Yes. Even to me, the city thing, looking back over this, the Columbus versus Cincinnati thing, how far are those cities from each other?
I mean, Ohio, the whole state of Ohio, I would imagine, is maybe you can drive from left to right in 2 hours across the whole state.
Are we 100% sure about that?
I'm 62% sure.
Okay, you guys tell us. I could Google it, but I'm not going to. How far is the drive from Columbus to Cincinnati? Because to me, they don't sound far enough from each other where I'm like, okay, this relationship's doomed. Let's not even explore it.
I would bet a significant portion of my net worth that it's less than 2.5 hours.
Okay, now I have to Google it.
All right. So.
I just have to know. I have to know.
Okay, can I guess? I'm going to guess exactly.
Okay, guess.
Okay. It is exactly 2 hours and 23 minutes without traffic.
Okay. I definitely spelled Cincinnati wrong.
2 N's.
I did 2 T's. It looks Italian.
That's a very Canadian thing to do.
1 hour and 38 minutes.
I overshot. I knew it.
This is a passive man.
That's like how long it takes me to get down to the East Village nowadays.
That is unreal. Now that I know that distance, I'm like, you were hung up on that? Crazy. I know it's not the only thing he was hung up on. And look, I do think Tyler has her faults. But the fact that he kept bringing that up, and when she was like, no, I'd be willing to come, and like, I could get a new job. And he was like, yeah, but you love your job. Like that.
2 hour drive, I could do it standing on my head.
I have dated guys like this before where it's like, do you want to be with me or not? I am willing to do this to be with you. So like, are you letting me do the thing to be with you? Like, it's very unclear to me. Okay, anyway, nonetheless, Tyler is his front runner. They talk kids. She wants kids yesterday. She asks how he would handle his kid being gay, and he says he would be accepting. So he is doing better than, who was our guy last season? Nick, yeah. Nick, who was
he would prefer not.
I prefer not.
Ironically.
He tells a story about how his mother almost passed away when he was 18, and he was actually suspended from school. And so that's why
that was an amazing story.
To call.
That's how life is. Think about how many times something insane, bad or good, could have happened or not happened because of some innocuous, stupid thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He just, instead of going to class, he went to gym class.
That's how the whole world works.
He didn't even really skip class. Yeah. He just went to gym class.
He went to gym class.
Yeah, too enthusiastically. Meanwhile, Keya, he's talking to Keya. She's 31. She's a marketing director. They talk movies, and he says his favorite movies are Interstellar and Love and Basketball. And she's like, no shade, that's the worst movie ever. This moment made me fall in love with Keya.
I know.
But then we would proceed to fall in love with Keya much more over the coming episodes. So in a later scene, it seems like he plans on ending it with Keya. He's struggling leading on 2 people. Even this.
Yeah, but why?
You're in a setting that if you've ever been allowed to talk to 2 girls at the same time and explore your feelings with them, this is the place. And it's like, he's like, oh, I don't want. I think it's kind of under the guise of being, like, he wants to be a good person. But I actually think now that we know him better, so we know him so well, I think that he really struggles with decision making. And as he felt himself need to start to make a decision, he wanted to cut one of them off before he had to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he had a great time with Keya, but he was like, but I like Tyler better. So it's like, I don't even want to explore that because then I'll be stressed. Yeah. It's like he knew himself.
It's just also this passivity is what's leading to this problem.
It's the root of his issues.
That's the root of the issue.
So he ends up having a great conversation with her. He says he needs to tell her his feelings that for someone else are stronger than for her. And she handles this so well and is so chill about it. And she's like, you should have fun with it. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, won over. And then in a later scene, she reveals she was raised by her grandmother because her father passed away when she was 15. Her mother struggled with addiction. Her father loved watches, saying it reminds you of the time you have. I thought that was actually really beautiful. Yeah. Because sometimes it's easy to be like, what do I need a watch for nowadays? But the time you do have, she finally got her first watch as a reminder to be present and to show up for herself and let go of the idea of the perfect time. Meanwhile, over with Tyler, they talk about their future, and he struggles about the Columbus thing, that hour and 38-minute drive. It's just too long to bear. And, I got to say this about passive men. They can't handle distance.
Yeah.
They can't handle long distance. They freak out.
But it requires a real commitment. You have to commit yourself to the distance.
Yes, to each other.
Yeah.
And that it takes conviction to commit to like an hour and 38 minutes. It's like, I'm going to have to carve out time, turn down other options, make little micro decisions all the time.
I'm drinking your coffee.
Okay,
it's a long episode.
It is long.
This is ridiculous.
It is long. The pods episode is like we always need to drink extra coffee for this one.
I have to pee too. I've drank like 9 coffees.
You gotta hold it.
I've drank so much coffee. I still feel mellow. That's how long this is.
No.
I have to pee.
Okay. Do you have to pee?
I really have to pee.
Okay, go pee. You can do it, Andy. We're almost there.
Let's do it.
Okay, so meanwhile, over with Tyler, they're eating in and out. Okay.
In and out.
In and out.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta say, I think that's an overrated burger.
Overrated.
When I went out to LA, I'd heard so much about In and Out, and I was like, okay, let me try this In and Out. This is back when we ate meat, and I was
just like a good, slightly better McDonald's.
The only burger I still crave, because again, we don't eat meat anymore. We only eat fish. We're pescatarian.
Yes.
But the only burger I still miss is Shake Shack.
I know. You talk about it all the time.
This is not true. Okay, so they talk about their future. He's still struggling with this hour and 38-minute drive.
Yeah.
And honestly, he just can't articulate his feelings. And she's like, I deserve a man who chooses me unapologetically. And then she ends it.
Yeah.
And at the time, I thought this was premature. Andy, you disagreed with me.
She was right. She had good instincts.
Yeah.
I think she's a little hot-headed, to be honest.
She is hot-headed.
But I think in this situation, it was warranted.
Yeah. Well,
That's
you do
too
want...
waffly. He's just too, there's nothing. It's all BS. It's all flowers with no substance.
Yeah, flowers. There's a lot of flowers.
It's all flowers. Like he keeps handing her bouquets of flowers.
Yes.
And eventually, like, can I have something other than flowers? Can I actually have something with meaning?
Yeah. I did feel it was premature given the setting they're in, but now that we know what we know, her instincts were right. Even though I do think she's I think the impulse to just leave, that I do think that's kind of
it's like even a blind squirrel finds a nut. I think in this case it worked for her.
Yes.
In most cases, probably not a great idea, but I think her instincts here were right. And aside from getting a little more screen time, I think it would have been better had she just stuck with her instincts for her.
Oh yeah. If she had just stayed gone.
Yeah.
Well, because a producer in her exit interview was like, well, you always leave. And so she comes back on. She's like,
he shamed her.
He did. She comes back on and she's like, okay, redo.
Yeah.
That producer is good at his job.
He is.
Okay, so meanwhile, back with Keya, who's such a contrast to Tyler. I mean, she's the opposite of hot-headed. She gifts him a watch.
Isn't Keya the car that had the problem with everyone could steal it really easily?
Yeah, but hers is spelled Keya.
It's pronounced the same though.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead, as you were.
She gives him a watch to encourage him to remember everything is as it should be. He's very moved by this. But honestly now, he's just not at her level.
No.
He says he doesn't have much. She deserves the world. He showers her with compliments, gives her a basketball, saying he wants to be the LeBron James of fathers. She's touched by this. I do feel like a producer helped with that gift idea.
Yeah.
Is that bad of me?
I think producers help with all the gifts, though, to be fair.
Maybe, but I think she came with a watch ready.
She did. That was her thing.
Keya didn't get help in the gift giving department.
Keya doesn't get help with gifts.
I just suspect he did not come with that basketball.
I'm going to tell you right now, Keya makes a good girlfriend.
Yes.
Keya is, any guy would be lucky to date Keya.
Oh my God. I am a little bit obsessed with Keya.
Yeah.
I want to be Keya's friend.
I wish we could have seen more of her. I was sad. I was sad that Tyler screwed up everything with both of them.
Wait, what do you mean?
Isn't it Tyler? Oh, wait, what's the guy's name?
Kevan.
Oh, yeah, understandable mistake. I knew that. I did.
But yeah, he really...
Kevan screwed it up.
Yeah, he's just, he was out of his league in this setting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tyler witnesses the basketball gift and this bothers her. She goes back and she's like, I want to be the only one you're dating. You need to make a decision. And he talks about how great she is and blah, blah, blah. Like he's still more flowers. Here's all the bouquets. And finally she's like, no, but I need an answer. And he's like, okay, I choose you. Which felt very much like it was just prompted by her
starting to feel like
him.
he's accepting the role of child in a mother-child relationship with these two.
Early.
Yeah.
So
they're not
early.
even seen each other yet.
I know. Can you imagine after 5 years together?
No.
He'd be like, what should I wear today? What should I eat today? Where should I go today? What time should I wake up tomorrow?
No, it was really good. I don't know. Maybe Kevan in real life maybe this setting was just threw him for a loop.
Yeah.
In real life, maybe he's different, but I think this is a good learning experience for him. 100%. He showed some real weaknesses. They're going to hold him back in relationships for a long time if he doesn't fix them.
Yes. I do think he probably learned a lot about himself here. Also, can we just talk about the energy mismatch between these two? I think he needs someone like Keya, but someone who won't mother him, which is exactly how Keya is. Meanwhile, Tyler, she's just so hair trigger.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's so lackadaisical. It just is not a match. Anyway, Tyler goes back to the women's quarters. She's like, I have a boyfriend because he chose me. And then she goes back and he's like, oh, but I'm still thinking of Keya. Is that what he said? It was a little confusing.
Like it doesn't even matter.
He's just not decisive. He doesn't choose his choice.
No.
He just chooses what he's told to choose.
He just says what he thinks people want to hear.
Yes. And finally, she's like, I can't do this. Like, what's going on? I should be happy. You just chose me. And she's like, I'm leaving again.
Yeah.
My favorite is when she's about to leave the door and he's like, Tyler, wait. And she's like, she's like waiting by the door. She's like, okay, let's hear it. Yeah. How good is it going to be? Good. Yeah. And it's not. I mean, he's not able to really give her what she needs. You know what I'll say?
This is what I'm saying about Kevan. I always watch out for guys like this. And I'm not saying Kevin's a bad person. I'm just saying as far as...
I do not think he's a bad person.
No, he's a good guy. I think Kevin's a good guy. He's just got some work to do in the relationship department. But people who insert a lot of unnecessary swear words in their language, like misplaced swear words.
He uses the F word a lot.
When you put the F word in front of something that in no situation should have an F word in front of it, just grammatically, it makes no sense. That means that they're not thinking before they say things.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. And when I'm talking to someone who keeps dropping F-bombs, I'm always like, slow down.
Yeah.
And say with intention what you're going to say, because these F-bombs don't add anything. They're just taking away. They make you sound dumb.
He uses the F word like someone would use the word like or
Yeah. That is not where the F word should be used like a caviar.
Yes.
It is a delicacy once in a while, maybe once a month.
Yeah, for emphasis.
Well, once a day.
It should be for emphasis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got at least one a day, I think.
You definitely use
one a
at
day.
least once a day.
But I use it well, I think.
Yeah, you do. I agree. I agree. Okay, so Tyler's like, if I don't have clarity, then I'm leaving. I wrote, wow, all the magic from this relationship is gone. Like whatever they once had is just like completely gone. The combo of his passivity combined with the fact that she really couldn't handle him exploring things with other people. She really wanted to feel chosen, which is also like her right. Fun. But I think I also think he is correct. Like that's what this setting is designed for.
Yeah, but he took it a little too far. He went too far. He didn't read the room.
He's not.
And he's not.
This is beyond him. It's beyond him.
He's so one gear. He doesn't even have a reaction when he comes back into the room. He's like, bad news. No, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, what's next?
That's the thing. He doesn't even seem that upset.
His range is very tight.
Yeah. So he is unraveling, although you wouldn't necessarily know it.
No.
And when his producer asks what percentage of him is with Keya versus Tyler, he says he can't put a percentage on it.
And that's it. That sums up the whole Kevan.
That really does, doesn't it?
You could ask him the same thing about sandwiches or, pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That depends what I'm in the mood for.
I feel like that would be a good place for him to start. If Kevan is listening to our recap, it might be a good place to start just being like, what was the first? Pizza or what?
Sandwiches? Well, it was the first thing I thought of.
Did you say sandwiches?
I did say sandwiches.
Who's going to choose a sandwich over pizza?
All the sandwiches. You have any choice of any sandwich in the world or pizza?
Pizza.
Well, some sandwiches are very good.
Okay, but that could be a good starting point for him is be like, all the sandwiches in the world versus pizza, what percentage?
Ice cream or getting hit over the head with a paddle?
Yeah, but okay.
Like, well...
I'm really pulled to both of them.
Is it a soft paddle? Did I deserve it?
Okay, so finally Kevan shows up to the pod again to tell Tyler that it is her and all that stuff, and she doesn't show up. Andy,
as she should have done.
As she should not have. He wanders out dejected. So she has left again, and... It's such
funny.
A mess.
It's pretty funny.
And in his confessional, Kevan says the optics are that Keya is the second choice, but she's really not.
He won't stop. It never stops. It's like a half-life. You'll hear him like a year from now. He's like, well, it could have been Tyler. But,
I wasn't sure. And finally, back with Keya, he praises her peaceful spirit, showers her with compliments, more flowers. Oh. And I loved this.
Yeah,
this
goodbye.
was the, what do we call it? Do we have a flashpoint? our flashpoint of this.
Yeah, this is
batch.
how a breakup is done.
She says he's wonderful, but she's not falling in love with him. He's not ready to be anyone's husband right now. Both she and Tyler deserved more. And she closes by gently saying, get your shit together, you know?
Yeah.
She says it with such affection and love.
That is someone who's done the work.
Yes. Do you know how hard it is to say, get your shit together, you know, in a gentle and loving way?
While you're breaking up with somebody.
While you're breaking up with
without
someone?
anger, by the way. She
None.
had it wasn't like she was, jilted or hurt or wronged.
Nope.
She's just like, I want the best for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take myself out of this situation and just tell you as a third party, you need some work to do.
Yeah. You're not ready. That's okay. You're you're where you should be for now. Yes.
I'm going to let you down easy, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is like, it's laughable that this is going to happen.
I agree.
I want to make you know how silly it would be for me to say, okay.
And in her confessional, she says there's a desire for women to fix men, but she's choosing herself. And I think this is so impressive because there are a lot of women, especially in this setting when there's so much to gain by getting engaged and going to Cabo. You know, she was really sincere about what she was looking for here. She easily could have gotten together with him and just like milked this for whatever it was worth. And we were relieved that we don't have to watch him anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, I was getting a little tired of that show.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, but...
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but just not for the show.
Yeah.
And, maybe not for any show.
Yeah.
Just not TV stuff.
Not TV. Okay, so finally, Andy, our final couple here is Brittany and Devonta. So Brittany, she's 32. She's a nurse. Devonta is 31. He's a sale manager. I think the first time we see these two is like in episode 3.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 4.
Was it something with his grandfather? Like he had to take a leave of absence or something?
This is the throwaway couple.
Right?
There's always a throwaway couple.
What is this?
They are such a throwaway couple that we don't hear about them till about halfway through this batch.
Yeah.
And already we're like, okay,
let's get this
how many more minutes do we have? So he says he wants his wife to be the one there who knows the most about him there. And he says, what is something she's noticed about him?
Yeah.
That's like, what was the first thing you noticed about me?
Yeah.
What was it about me that made you want to talk to me?
What do you think about me?
She says his nerdy voice. We learned that his grandfather just passed away while he was there filming, but he would have wanted him to stay. So he's choosing to stay. We learned he was 18 when his father passed away and shares a crazy story about not really knowing him, but then he was at like a sports game and his dad was like, good game.
Wow.
And then his mother was like,
did anyone
right
out of a movie.
Yeah, seriously. Anyway, the two of them, there's a lot of like giggling and sort of like talking about nothing that I think is supposed to seem kind of sweet, but I find it very fluffy.
Nothing's going on here.
Yeah.
This is the kind of,
fluffy in a bad way.
If I could give advice to the Love is Blind people, we don't want this. This situation should be on the cutting floor. I don't want to see a fluff situation just because they want to be on TV more. No one wants to see that. Yeah. No one wants to see it.
So I have thoughts on this because, even with Kevan not making it out of the pods with either Tyler or Keya, we still have a whopping 7 couples.
7 couples.
And my theory is that they couldn't risk not having at least one marriage at the end of the season because that's what happened last season and it was such a flop.
Yeah.
I think it was even a stretch to get some breakups at the altar last season. And I think, so they're just sort of like letting all these couples onto the show. Normally they cut couples from the show. Yeah. Even ones who end up together, they're just like, you're not interesting enough. You know what I think these two provided was a bit of drama in Cabo.
I agree.
What else is there to talk about?
I think they thought there might be nothing. It might be a snooze fest. Mm-hmm. And like, let's get a couple in there that really shouldn't be together.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so we can have some point of tension.
Yeah.
So they have the tingly winglies for each other, Andy, in the pods. And then he proposes. She says, yes. I feel like I don't know a single thing about these two. And in the reveal, isn't it incredible how little you care when you feel like you don't know the people at all?
0.
Like my level of investment was like 2%.
I may have actually fallen asleep during this reveal.
Yeah.
I think I was snoring.
Yeah. And he was fully like, and honestly, at this point, I stopped waking you up.
I don't think I really missed anything.
That's how inconsequential it felt. Although neither of them really seemed that into each other's looks, which is insane to me because she's stunning.
It depends what you prefer.
Yeah.
But honestly, many, 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 many guys would say that's the one.
Yeah. She's beautiful. But he, in Cabo, it seems It's like she doesn't exist.
Totally disinterested.
He doesn't touch her. He doesn't make her feel desired.
So what is that? What's going on with that? Because even if he didn't like her personality, which by the way is so unoffensive that it's very hard for me to believe in that short amount of time he could suddenly be disgusted by her personality.
Oh, she's got a great personality. Yeah,
she's lovely. It's like, and it's not like she has a strong personality that some people really love and some people don't.
Yeah.
She just has a nice personality.
Yeah.
So it's not that. It's something physical. And I don't know what it is, but I have theories.
Yeah.
Something's going on here.
Yeah. It felt off. But what
off.
really bothered me, like you can maybe not be attracted to someone, or maybe you're just not like that. Maybe you're just not really. Like, I was kind of getting sort of like almost an asexual vibe from him. Like it's like he wouldn't be into anyone. That was the vibe I was getting.
Or something about her
specifically. Yeah, that wasn't his type. Which I don't even imagine. I mean, it's hard to understand when you're just like, but she's so stunning, you know what I mean? But what really bothered me is that whenever she would try to confront him about it, she was like, you feel distant. He would kind of make
like I'm allowed to be distant sometimes.
Yeah, he was like, well, I just get quiet. I sometimes just want to be alone. In the mornings, she's like, oh, you're never around in the mornings. And he's like, well, I like to go for walks. I like to go take my photos. I like to go read my book. Look, I understand all that, but he's not answering her question. Oh. She's not like, why do you go off on your own sometimes? She's like, why aren't you showing any physicality towards me? And I feel like by him not really addressing it, he's like kind of gaslighting her into thinking that there's nothing wrong. It's like, why aren't you letting me be quiet? Why aren't you letting me have my alone time?
Is it the worst thing to happen this early in a relationship is for you to say, just leave me alone and let me have my alone time.
Right.
They're not even in the honeymoon phase yet. They're like pre-honeymoon.
Later on, she says, I feel like we should be in the honeymoon phase. She says, when he walks past her, he just walks past her. So he's like, no, it's because I feel cooped up inside.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't be hugging you all the time. I didn't like this. I did not like how at the pool party, when she's venting to Jessica about this, she's like, you can touch me. Like, we can have sex. Like, we can do these things. And he's telling the guys that she's insecure. She needs a lot of validation. And sometimes I just don't want to talk.
Oh, that's a good start to a relationship.
That really bugged me. So it's her. It's her problem. She's needy.
Something's going on with him.
I have
three theories. I'm not going to talk about them. I'll let the Shandys figure it out.
I think he's extremely inexperienced, first of all. The fact that when they played Never Have I Ever, and it went from like, have you ever had sex on a balcony? Have you ever had a threesome? He's like, have you ever had a hickey?
Was it like fourth grade?
I almost felt bad for him. I was like, oh. She's like, I have to leave. Okay, so that's pretty much our cliffhanger is him, him saying, well, no, I have a stressful family situation. My grandfather passed. This isn't about you. My mind is with that. Right, I got to say, that could be true, but I don't know if I really buy it. It felt like an excuse.
Sorry.
And yeah, this is our cliffhanger, Andy. I mean, do we even need to do our predictions here? It is such a heavy nay for me.
It's not even. I don't think it's going to make it out of Cabo.
No. This is about to be over.
Yeah.
This is Jubril and Wendy level from Love is Blind Germany. These two are not making it out of Cabo.
No.
Nor should they, frankly. Okay, Andy, as usual, we will close with who would we go for?
It's a tough one for me. Between 2 or 3 people. I don't know.
It's between 2 for me.
Okay. All right. You want to guess mine?
Yeah. I know one of them is Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other one is Emma.
Correct. Wow, you're good.
I am good. And I actually think you would go for Brittany.
Wow. Very good.
Really? Oh, I'm proud of myself.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to guess me? Guess who I'm debating between.
2 people, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's between Chris, although...
You're right.
Okay, good. Stick with that one.
Okay.
And I have to go through the people. Okay.
You can do this.
I just have to remember the people.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know who it is. It's Jordan.
Correct.
Okay. And I'm going to pick which one you would go for.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan.
Nope.
Damn it.
You're close though, Chris.
Yeah,
I would go for Chris.
that's nice.
You know, there was a time when I would have gone for a Jordan, but I feel now at this point in my life, I think Chris, that kind of just, that drive to take on the day, that fact that he does a cold plunge every day, he's just like always bettering himself. He's like pushing himself. He's got this like inherent optimism about the world. I think that would be infectious. Like I would want to be around that.
I got you.
I think he seems like just a good quality. He'd make a really good partner. I hope he doesn't prove us wrong. Can you imagine? We're like gushing about Chris this whole episode.
He's not. I have full faith in him.
Okay.
Full faith. Just his resume alone, this guy's solid.
Okay.
One thing you can do with Chris is count on him.
Oh, to look after Ruby for a month, spontaneously.
Or anything.
Yeah. Okay, well, Andy, that's a wrap. If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you. And please do these things. We just recapped this show for many, many hours. We're tired and hungry. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram
Hype it up.
Follow us on Instagram and
TikTok.
Leave us Apple and
Spotify.
podcast ratings and reviews. Hype this video. Tell your friends and generally do all the things you would do to support a podcast you enjoy.
And speaking of Chris.
And Ohio, Auntie says. He's getting Ruby. And I have to warn you, Ruby was shaved yesterday.
We've done a poor job of grooming.
Yeah, we've done a poor job of brushing through Ruby's.
Look at this. Have you ever seen anything more ridiculous? Ever.
Yeah, we took her to the groomer and they're like, her matting is a problem. And they could have dematted her, but I feel like that's not comfortable for her. So
no,
it's
she's
just
great.
let it go.
She's great. She's going to have coats on for the rest of the winter.
Yeah, she'll be getting bundled a lot. Okay, she looks so cute. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye. Oh, yes.
Such a lady.
Does
she not? Look at that.
Oh my God.
She's off to tea.
She's off to tea. Oh, cutie pie. Look at her little tail right now.
There she goes.
Okay, bye-bye. Dear Shandy.